Hello,
Hello.
and welcome to Magic Myths and Mayhem, a TTRPG podcast with mostly accurate rules and inconsistent character voices. I'm Alex, your host and GM, and with me are Rowan Putty, and Joe, my wonderful players. How's everyone doing? I got distracted.
Where's Mark?
I went into autopilot. Autopilot because
Hello?
I've said it so many times that I'm able to just go into autopilot. But I heard you saying
Mark?
that was in sync, and I heard it out of sync, and I was thinking, oh, it probably was in sync for everybody else. And then I thought, oh, I'm actually talking right now. I should probably pay attention to what I'm saying. And then I said the wrong word. Anyway, how's everyone doing?
Where's Mark?
We'll ask that question in a second.
Oh, yeah. I'm here.
I'm here.
I too am here.
Good. I'm glad everyone's just ready and raring. It makes it.
Listen, it's finals weeks. I'm allowed to only be here.
It's the final.
Yeah, we didn't say that we were ready and raring. We said we were here.
Anyway, a question that was already rudely asked before I could ask it. Where is my father?
Yeah, well, you said he was here, so we were asking where he was.
It sounded like he was here. You said his name, so I think he's here somewhere.
If all it takes for you to think someone is in the room is for someone to say their name, then you have bigger problems.
Listen, my eyes aren't so good.
He's waving at me on Discord. I'm not sure why you can't see him.
I can't see very well now.
Oh, I did already see him today.
What the hell?
No, Mark is actually not here because,
He hates us.
as we know, Mark's a man of many talents. And as he will sometimes tell us, he has seen technology go through various different stages. It's always fun to hear him talk about how it used to be or where he was. I was actually listening to an old podcast earlier where he said that he went to see the original Star Wars in the theaters.
Yep.
Which is fun. So, as technology advances and new products are made available to the public, Mark is sometimes called in as a consultant. So Valve have actually brought him on to consult on the Steam machine, because he emailed them so much about it because he was confused about the purpose of the Steam, and now they thought it's a good idea that it actually does vent steam. So they brought him on, given his knowledge of steampunk and robotics.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was around when the first steam engine was made, so.
Didn't he invent the first demon?
No, let's not give him that much credit.
Don't give him that much credit. No.
Well, we
no.
don't-
He might want to say he invented it, but he was just like in the
He
corner
will
while someone
say,
else was doing
yeah.
it. He was fiddling with this fidget spinner while someone else was inventing it. Ye olde steam-powered fidget spinner. Which I kind of want. That'd be hilarious. It would burn your
I
hands.
feel like
Anyway.
that would burn your hands. What the fuck do you mean you want it?
I don't know. I've got pretty good heat-resistant hands.
I don't.
What the fuck do you? No, you don't.
I do. That's Sarah. She gets annoyed by it.
You
It's the
you work in
Indian genes.
technology. You don't have a bunch of calluses or some shit.
It's not about calluses. It's just Indian hands. They can touch hot things. My mom would say even more. It's crazy.
Don't stereotype yourself. Come on.
It's a stereotype, but it's true. Anyway,
Wow.
we have a recap.
Do we actually, for one?
I guess.
Yeah. What do you mean for once?
For-
I've missed it every now and again. I'm sorry I put that much effort in that sometimes I can't get it done.
You've missed episode 29 or 26, 29, and 32.
Yeah.
So it's been recent, but you have good reason for that. Anyways, I want to play this.
You're a strange person, but I guess because you asked nicely, I will tell you what I know. Well, the crew that you talk about on this 33, and they said they went through the arcane storm. Well, I talk to people, find out what happened. Well, they went through the magic effects, very nimbly. It was very fast. The one called Niffy, very good at directing ship. They went straight to the vortex edge, unavoidable. You think at this point they die. Turns out they don't die. There's lots of magical effects going off left and right and left and right, and Niffy directing the captain, Ozzy making sure the crew is safe, and Pesto apparently sees these runes floating in the air. I don't know if this is true, but uses them to work out how to navigate the storm, predict the movement. It's a very clever little fluffy creature. I just saw they're going through, and some of these effects end up being good, some of these effects end up being bad. They dodge around, they get a magic ghost crew at some point, and then eventually they go into cloud type magic and it blasts them forwards, and because they were going around the edge of the bowl and they get this boost, they get blasted out the other side and reach the safety. At least that's what the word in the river is, They say they would do this, maybe they lie, I don't know. Oh, but you asked how I meet them? Well, I was just traveling along thinking I need to do some trading at some point. I see this ship and I wave them down. They come over. I'm thinking they're going to be quite nice. But, well, you see, some of them were nice. The skeleton one you call Ozzy. The skeleton one is very nice to me. Very kind, does not do trading, but that is okay. They're very kind to me. The woman Nifi are very rude to me. I'm not sure why. They seem to be very aggressive. Maybe there is something wrong with her, but also very rude to Skeleton One. I don't know why. They seem to have a bit of a thing going. It might be a bit of a thing, She was very denying of all of this kind of stuff. The little fluffy one, the one you call Pesto, I do not understand. Started out nice and then gets threatening, and it's very bad at battering. I think maybe he's not all there in head, but it's fine, I don't mind too much. I'm used to it. They were not the worst customers I've ever had, But yeah, then I got thrown off the side. Well, I asked to be thrown off the side. It's very difficult, you see, with the whole fish thing. And then I swam away and off they went. So yeah, I think that's everything. You said you were going to buy something if I told you this. Yes, you will buy. You want this little. It's very helpful. It will be very good for you.
Interesting. I thank you for your helpful words and guidance. I will not be buying anything from you today, but I will give you a simple boon to assist you with your life. May it be prosperous and filled with joy. Now, if you don't mind, I must leave. I have business to attend to.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I will just get on with my... Oh, they've gone. Yep, they disappeared. It's just me now, on my own. I wonder what I'll have for dinner.
Guys, that guy's getting a little too close to us. I don't know about that.
What Niffy whole thing about not having a thing for Ozzy.
Yeah, that's canon now.
And that's the point of the recaps.
I enjoyed it. I was very impressed with the speed of your talking.
I have to actively slow down how fast I talk for these sorts of things because my dad used to be worse, but we as a family talk far too quickly.
What? No.
I can't take you seriously when you've got a paintbrush sticking out your mouth. Anyway, we start halfway across the Pentasic Ocean. You've traveled so far for 9 shifts. 9 times 8 is some number above 3, but it makes you about halfway between Ithrin and Gree. You will obviously remember you just came out of the Ancient Storm and traveled a little bit more, met a trader. There is that overlying, vaguely fading temptation of the crate that you have in the cargo. But currently, you sit rather relatively quickly moving in a straight line with not a lot going on. Is there anything that you guys would plan to do? As usual, I'll probably do another 3 shifts worth of conversation and perhaps interrupt you with something. But over the next, what is it? That's 24 hours. What are your guys' focus?
I want to finish TR's upgrade.
Sure. So how many hours have you got left on that?
20.
Because I think 20, yes, because I would have written it down somewhere here. I said it would take you 80 hours. Yes, because you're upgrading, was it 2 points or was it just the 1 point? Up to...
plus 2 strength.
Plus 2 strength. So, yes, within that time, you'd finally managed to frame it. What does it look like? Obviously, it can't be too extravagantly crazy because it's just a little bit of a boost to his general frame to give him a bit more strength. So what does it look like?
I think the arms aren't that different. I've added reinforcement and servos so that he can kind of gain some extra lift.
You do some kind of hydraulic or some pistons in there to assist.
Yeah, so he's not going to be going around punching people at high speed, but he's more effective at lifting things, even if it's going to be slow.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so he doesn't look too different. It's still got this kind of thin body, big square head, but the arms look a bit more beefed up. Some wires. I reckon you probably tidied some bits up as well. There was lasting damage that you found, oiled it up, made them a little less squeaky, probably just for your own, sense of mind. And I would imagine, there's some extra pistons between the connections that allow him to just be a bit stronger. I think it would probably take away some range of movement, not to the point that he's unable to do things, but a little bit of sacrifice, just a tiny bit of sacrifice in terms of full range of movement in order to be able to lift things at a reasonable level. But that's fine. That would be finished at some point between the next 3 shifts as you're locked away.
Yippee!
Anything else anyone else is doing?
More dog training for guard dog duty for Dick and Dom.
Then give me an animal handling.
22.
22, a good one. I reckon you're getting the hang of it. You're starting to get back into the realm of how to act and react to animals rather than just people. And you start getting some pretty decent training. I mean, within the 24 hours, I think you fairly solidly get in the basics of like sitting and healing. And you're getting towards the kind of guard duties. You'll be on the edge of... You can get them to kind of stay somewhere, but when you walk away, they don't necessarily lock in to do a job. They kind of get a bit bored and might just lie down and go to sleep. But whilst you're around, at the very least, they're very responsive to you and to your basic commands.
So how long until I can get them to man the cannons and stuff, do you think?
Just another 2 natural 20s will do you fine.
Okay, I'm going to write that down and hold you to it.
Hang on.
So, if dogs can be trained to push buttons to communicate with their owners, which they can, I don't see why Pesto couldn't make the cannons pedal operated for the dogs.
That would actually be really cool.
Niffy.
Cannon dog.
How much special stuff has she got left to keep her going?
How much has she been smoking?
Probably on average 4 or 5 a day.
Then probably not enough to get you to Gree. Maybe at the end of these 3 shifts, you'll be out.
Okay.
If you're going hard.
Is this not why we have a garden on the top deck?
Yeah, even with.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And they take a while to grow, you know?
She's not going hard. She's going normal for her.
It still lasts just as long.
Okay, well, she's probably realising this and starting to try and limit it, which means she's getting more and more snappy
More?
and not the best to be around.
How?
Because this stuff helps her sleep. If she smokes less, she doesn't sleep as well.
No, I mean, how can you possibly be more snappy?
I was wondering that, but that's okay.
Oh, you want to know? She's actually lovely compared to what she can be.
If you can't
I
handle
think-
it, my worst.
I think Niffy just needs to confess her feelings to Ozzy, and then
She
get
does not
boned
have feelings for Ozzy.
get boned down, and then she'll just feel better.
Did you say get boned down?
Yeah.
Were you actively getting inside your hood? You were actively getting inside your hood to protect
like, I
yourself
hate
from
it.
saying that.
I mean, to me, that would seem to be the accurate term, so...
Yeah, because it's not going to be normal, that's for
how
sure.
that would even fucking work.
I mean, only one way to find out.
And that's not going to happen.
This is... I think this counts as cabin fever.
Oh my god, yes, the team are getting cabin fever.
No.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, you've been traveling for... Ooh, let's work out the maths of this.
It's been a few days.
Yeah, it has been.
96 hours straight,
Okay.
with like scheduled sleeping since Ithrin and then a little bit since then. But yeah, it's just been you guys in the open sea. I think, yes, it has only been a few days, but also there is nothing.
This is probably the most that the team have actually been, like, no stopping.
No, because you went from you went all the way over to the eastern continent from the western continent to get over to
Oh, didn't we stop to do that?
vaguely in the Oris Islands, but you still went across the Fantastic. Either way, it would be quite difficult to just sort of be in, especially with a cranky Niffy.
Pesto spends most of their time in the workshop. Like,
Yeah. I'm sure you've got to know Tiao quite a lot as well, because he's active whilst you're doing this most of the time. Like, I'm sure every now and again you shut him down, but he's mostly just awake. He doesn't have any pain
Yeah.
sensors.
to my dismay.
Oh my god, maybe TR developed feelings for Pesto.
That'd be so weird, Niffy.
I would have to program that, which would make that like 100 times worse.
I mean, interesting. You wouldn't even know how to program.
Artificers literally are arcane engineers.
Yeah, I mean, very true. But you work with. I think the difference is. I should redefine. The difference is, though TR is run by magic as a battery, TR is much closer to a robot in the real world, or what your toys and stuff are, which are purely magically controlled, should I say, magically sentient. TR has this more ones and zeros going on. So you'd be a little bit more confused. Plus, he's super duper complex. Basically a Warforged. Just, dumb. You finish off TR, you come out and it's like bright light outside, and you're just.
Yeah.
Niffy, look, I am stronger now.
Well done.
Thank you. I worked hard.
Sure you did, love.
I had to be around Pesto for a long time.
Yeah, I guess that is hard work.
Hi, Pesto.
Hi.
You are my best friend.
Are you just saying that to appease me?
I don't know what that means.
I know.
Are you saying that to make him happy?
I will always make Pesto happy.
Sure.
Pesto likes to take me apart.
Oh, yay.
I'm glad I don't have pain sensors.
I wouldn't be doing it if you did.
Oh, hey guys.
What's up?
Tiara's Pesto finished rearranging your insides.
I do not have insides.
It was mostly just the arms, but I did have to mess with the connection sockets a little bit, so I guess, yeah.
Oh, so you had a bit of a connection.
Not in the way that you and Niffy seem to, but yeah.
There is no connection between me and Ozzy.
Yeah, but you, like, deny it to a point where it's suspicious, so...
Yeah, it's like we do.
How do I deny it to a point where it's suspicious?
We do.
I am just denying it because it is not true.
Now.
We do have a connection, Niffy. We're both crewmates. We
have
we
no
live on the same
connection.
ship. I'm your doctor. I'm your bosun.
You are not my doctor. You come anywhere near me.
I assume your bones are, like, pretty similar.
Oh.
I mean, I would have to assume.
Yeah, less writing on hers, though.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? That's also an assumption.
Yeah, that is an assumption, but this is just going based on, like, what's most likely at this moment.
We do not know that Niffy has bones.
Niffy, do you want us to confirm if you have bones?
I can.
No. I'm pretty good, thanks. I think I now have bones.
Have you seen them?
I can confirm that Niffy has bones.
I have seen my insides.
I have seen them a few times.
Several of the times.
Have
that
you
How
I-
can you
seen them?
confirm I've got
Have
bones?
you seen
Why
them?
are you even looking
Have
at
you
my
seen
bones?
them?
What is
Have
going
Would
you
you
on?
seen
like
them?
to see them? No, it didn't say that.
It's barbarian TR.
I'm getting concerned that you know I have bones.
Of course I
Have
know.
you been spying on me?
Of course I know that you have bones, Niffy. I'm your doctor. I've healed your broken bones.
You are not my doctor.
He's all of our doctors.
By virtue of you having teeth, those are kind of like just little bones.
He's not my doctor.
Well, you don't have a doctor.
Aww.
I mean, I guess I'm kind of your doctor.
Yay!
Do non-biological things need doctors? Or do they need, like, a different thing?
I mean, I guess it'd be more like I'm your technician, but if we're, like, referring to doctors, a technician is a kind of doctor. A technology doctor.
Yay!
Yeah, so Pesto is kind of like your vet, I guess.
But I am not an animal.
Are you kind of like my vet, Ozzy?
No, I'm your doctor because you're a person.
I thought I was a person.
You are.
No, you're a machine.
And you're a twat. Don't be mean to TR.
Aww, am I a twat?
We were
mean,
specifically
yes.
told this thing doesn't have a soul, no?
For now.
It can still have feelings.
I can't have a soul. I have no feet.
I don't know that it can have feelings. It can mimic feelings.
I feel like,
Maybe.
You don't care for anyone's feelings anyway, so why does it fucking matter?
TR, the intelligence you need to make that kind of pun, I think, is beyond your current capabilities. How did you do that?
I care about lots of people's feelings, Niffy, but they have to actually be people.
TR is one of our people.
Oh, but he's almost by definition not, though.
You're by definition not.
I am confused.
Well, but almost by definition I am, though, because I'm the bosun and the doctor.
No.
Yes.
Just shut up!
Have you been feeling lots of stress lately, Niffy? Is your heart palpitating in my presence?
No, my heart does nothing in your presence other than turn cold.
Okay. Well, that's quite a serious symptom. Pesto, would you grab your little lightning doohickey and shock Niffy for me, please? I think she might be dying.
No, do not shock me.
My lightning doohickey?
Yeah, you got like that glove that does lightning doohickey stuff?
Oh, I haven't had that one in a minute.
Am I your lightning doohickey?
Oh, I can't really do lightning.
Its power was too low compared to my other tools.
Oh, well, in that case, Niffy, if you die because your heart went cold and you didn't tell us soon enough, I'm sorry, but I can't accept any liability for that.
Niffy does not need a heart.
What's that supposed to mean?
Ozzy does not have a heart.
We know.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was pretty obvious. But you see, TR, we don't, there's no reason to think that when Niffy dies, sooner or later, probably sooner, that she'll end up like me. I have quite a specific circumstance.
Pesto taught me we must test a hippopotamus.
No, we must not.
I don't know what that is.
It is when you think something might hippopotamus.
I don't know where you got that from.
Feel better job, Pisto? I'm not too sure what he's going on about.
Me either.
Important news.
Right, time for him to go overboard. He's clearly a threat.
No.
I swear to God, touch TR and I'm throwing you overboard.
Okay. Until I just starts rolling towards the edge.
No. I think that's enough fresh air for today.
I am confused.
Well, if he said that if I throw him, but if he rolls,
You give me a headache.
You called me him. You do think I'm people.
you have expressed the preferred gender. That doesn't mean I think you're a person.
Wow. So you're bigoted too.
I'm not sure I can be bigoted against someone who's not a person.
You are the biggest one here.
I am the biggest one here.
So you're bigoted.
Well, most of the time. Sometimes the captain's quite large.
Wow. Now you're fat shaming the captain.
I don't think that you heard me do that.
Yep. You just said the captain's quite large.
Sometimes. You know, he can't help it, though. Just sort of seems to happen.
Wow. Fat shaming.
I'm not sure you know what that is.
Oh no, you're calling me stupid.
We need to get off this ship.
No, I think he'll find I called you ignorant. About that one specific thing?
How about you go overboard?
All right then.
Why is Niffy so angry?
I'll grab a little like barnacle scraper thing, and I'll scrape some barnacles off the side of the ship. I have been meaning to get to this. Thanks for the reminder, Niffy.
I hate you.
Wow, that was so romantic.
There was no romance here.
I do not understand romance. Niffy, why are you so angry?
Because I have been on this ship for too long. I have to limit my supplies.
Why don't you just buy more?
I could only buy so many.
Do you not want to be here?
No, I do not.
Then why are you here?
Because I have to be.
Why?
Because I just can't stay in one place too long.
Okay. Yeah, just rolls off.
Why?
Don't start. And I'll walk away.
At least it's quiet.
GR falls down the stairs. I'm okay.
I'm just gonna walk up to the front of the ship and sit on top of the tree in its head.
Ah, yes, you're going to Luffy it.
Yes, I'm gonna Luffy it.
Your raccoon P Floofy. Nailed it.
Roofy? No.
No. Raccoon P Floofy.
Wait, no.
Raccoon P Floofy. Anyway, it is not long, Pesto, as you're sitting on the front of this, surveying the rather more calm situation. I'm sure let's say, Niffy is the one controlling the ship currently. Before, as you're looking back, I don't know, probably absent-mindedly thinking, you see, far in the distance behind you, another ship.
Does Niffy keep her spyglass, quickly available?
Of clairvoyant?
Just like,
Or her normal one?
just whatever one you use. Whichever.
She definitely has a normal one on her.
Pesto's my name is going to run up to you and say, "There's a ship behind us. Can I borrow your spyglass?"
Sure.
Thank you. I'll climb up to the crow's nest and peek over at said ship.
Sure, I mean, the spyglass obviously zooms in. It doesn't give a crazy amount of detail, but you can see a bit closer that it is a larger ship than your own. Not gigantic. It's a clipper, which won't mean much to you in yourself, but if you look up clipper ship, it's a very unique kind of design of ship. They're much longer, but still quite flat. So there's a lot of sails, and it's a rather long sailing vessel.
Any notable features?
Yeah, you can see there's quite a big crew. Hard to tell how many from there, but it's an active crew. Vaguely aware that a clipper would have maybe somewhere between 15 and 45 people. So there's a fairly active crew on there. You can't see any details of this crew, but you can see vaguely that there's definitely a decent amount of attack power on that ship. Lots of cannons down the sides. And secondly, you're aware, you've put together an entire ship. You're looking at this thing and thinking, well, usually a ship of that kind of a size would have lots of sails and a couple of engines on the back just to sort of push it along. But it's going a lot faster, so you assume it's been modified in some way or another. Maybe that engine that's on the back is a bit more powerful because it's going very quickly. You can tell it's an Arcus Phoenix. It's just that Arcus is the brand, Phoenix is the type, so it's going faster than they would usually go.
Does it appear to be pursuing us or just going the same direction as us in like a slightly different?
Give me I want it to be sort of intelligence. Give me an investigation. I know usually that's very tactile, but since you're using the spyglass and doing things, I want it to be an intelligence-based roll.
I will not argue with that one. That is only a 15 though.
Hard to tell. It is pointing towards you, so it's certainly coming like in your direction, but from as far back as it is currently, it's hard to tell if that trajectory would be one that separates quite a lot or if it would continue to be pursuing. You just have to wait and see, give it a couple minutes, see how much closer it is and what way it's pointing. But it's definitely, from this distance, looks like it's pointing towards you. It would be the minutiae of angles at this point.
Okay. I'll go down and ring the bell.
Well, I mean, you could just smack on the console as well, which sets off all the bells. Ding-a-ding-a-ding. I'm sure, Niffy, wonderful to see Pesto come over and ring the alarm bells. Ozzy, of course, you'd hear it too.
Fucking again!
We just need everybody on alert. We don't know what these people are going to do. We should just be ready for anything.
I just want to steer the ship to a fucking landmass and get rid of this stupid bot.
Well, some force of nature doesn't want us to fucking do that.
But why the fuck not?
I don't know, but you should probably get to one of the cannonades just to be ready.
Oh, yeah, and how am I supposed to fucking steer whilst doing a cannonade?
The captain's still technically here, right? We can put our...
Yeah, Captain's here. He's just down and he'd have come up on the deck by now going,
Well,
why are we ringing the bell again? You know that's only for emergencies. Being hungry is not an emergency.
we're being pursued by a ship.
That seems like an emergency.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Ring the bells! Everybody! On deck! Everyone's already on deck.
Yep.
Really? Really? You're the fucking captain.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving the instructions.
You're telling us to do shit we've already fucking done.
Niffy, now's not the time to be fighting.
Right. Well, I'll get on the helm then. Trundles up. Waits by Niffy. If you don't mind.
As I walk away.
Niffy, I want to remind you of the special bullets you have. If you wanted to preload one just in case. I'm going...
Fine. Keep telling me what to fucking do.
I mean, that's how stuff happens. Yeah, let's preload everything, right?
Yeah, I will actually preload.
Two cannons loaded, 2 cannonades loaded. I'm assuming you've switched it back from harpoons since you don't need that.
Yeah.
Guns loaded.
What's my special bullets again? I can't remember.
Your special bullets that I have marked down are a spike growth bullet and a hypnotic pattern bullet. And I will load one of the main cannons with a fireworks cannonball.
Sure. You load up all of these weapons, and as you look back again, you realize, yeah, this ship is definitely coming towards you, and it is going very quickly. As you got closer, you're looking through your spyglass. They aren't manning the cannons or anything. This isn't a ship that appears to be everyone's ready to start firing at you. There's a crew just doing usual crew things, someone at the helm. Cannons are visible. Some of them are under, on like the first deck. Some of them on the, I don't know what you'd call it, underneath the deck, and some of them are on the deck. But no one's at the cannons. There's a lot of them, cannons, but no one's sitting at them.
Are there any more notable features as they get closer?
Give me a perception this time.
8.
8. Nothing extra to what you know.
Okay.
You're very distracted by everything going on. You reckon it'll be another couple minutes and they'll be alongside you if that's what they're aiming for.
Yeah.
So you guys can do any last preparations if you wish. The captain, of course, says to Ozzy, now we're not going to immediately presume attacking, but please be prepared just in case I call out the command, or if they start attacking us, then we can start attacking them.
Well, it's kind of my constant state, Captain, and I'm always ready to defend your lives.
Good to hear. Good to hear in this.
Sometimes you don't realise that your life needs defending, but that's something that we come to afterwards.
Well, for now, we shall leave that conversation for another time. For now, be prepared, but don't kill anyone yet, necessarily.
Not until I do it.
That, I guess, is always how it works. Anyway.
Yeah, might be in like a week's time.
I'll worry about that one later.
I will send Lem by Niffy's side. Pine Nut will hang out on Ozzy's shoulder. Basil will go to the captain, and Parm and Olive will stay with me.
Sure. The ship definitely comes alongside you. You can hear this like whistling engine at the back. It's obviously got some kind of power. With your general sort of arcane engineering knowledge, Pesto, you'd realize, yeah, that's definitely a modified engine, or should I say a different engine to the standard of the ship, cruising along, and it very easily comes alongside you and then just matches your speed. And just goes alongside, waits a second to see, sort of if you're going to stay alongside them. Again, no one's manning their cannons. It's just a crew doing their thing. Some of them are hanging around. You can see that it's probably about 30 people on this ship. Very interestingly, the crew are all modded in some way or another. You can see some of them have very small prosthetics, maybe just like an eye or like a little plate somewhere or a finger or a hand.
Dwarven?
Nope, not Dwarven. Lots of different people. But there's a different 6 important people. You can tell one's got a captain with a hat on, but these 6 are definitely more mechanical, more modded than the rest. I'll tell you a thing for them later. And as confirmed, the attack power of the ship seems immense. There's lots of cannons, different sizes, different shapes, lots of different things on them that you've not seen before. The crew themselves seem to have advanced weaponry. The hull looks reinforced. Disguised as a normal ship, but you can tell that there's definitely a lot going on. And unless the captain's not apparent, but unless any of you wanted to pull away, the captain does not. A gangplank just plonk lands between the 2 ships. You're perfectly matched in speed, so it just plonk sits nicely against the 2 ships. And you see 3 people walk across.
They're not hailing us first, they're just sort of coming on board.
Yep, just immediately coming on board.
That's hostile.
The first is a warforged of some kind, large in size at 6'5", with bronze gold in the most part, lighter highlights and a glowing green crystal in the chest. The eyes are glowing green, and you can see he's wearing this long, deep red overcoat with a golden trim and dark trousers with a leather belt, golden features, not too dissimilar to sort of a naval captain's dress. The second is rather smaller and less intimidating. It's a turtle, much shorter, at about 5'9", so not small, but they look thinner than a turtle usually is. Instead of a normal shell, they have a robotic shell and chest and robotic hands, and they stand with a very straight back as they walk across. Muted greenish colors, copper and green metals on the metallic parts. And the third is the most intimidating of the 3. The gangplank almost seems to bend as this 7'10" beast of a humanoid walks across. They've got the features of a Goliath, but with a metal chest and arms built to the brim with muscles, and they're holding an entire cannon on their shoulder.
Fucking hell.
Just curved on their shoulder, holding onto it, seemingly as their weapon. I'm going to send you a thing that has a few more than just that crew, because obviously it's the 6 I mentioned.
What anime did these people come from?
You can see along the side of the ship as well, it's named the Scourge. And you can see the ones
fucking knew it. Captain fucking 7. Okay, well, this sucks.
I should say,
They look cool.
the
Warforged on the wanted list, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, the wanted list. I think it's from an old thing. It is not Captain 7, it's Captain 4.
Wow.
But it's always been that. I was just at some point put in the wrong number.
Wow.
I know. Apologies. Yes, and I'm sure Ozzy seems to be getting kind of ready to attack. The captain's like, no, we'll see. They don't seem to be immediately aggressive. And
They're literally boarding our ship.
Yes, but they aren't doing it aggressively, and if you look, they have about 17 times the number of cannons we do, and if we start to attack them, we will be dead within the next 30 seconds.
I totally agree with that, but boarding without permission is kind of aggressive.
Yeah, that's very hostile.
Regardless, it seems they currently hold the power, and we're not going to do anything about that unless we want to die. Again, in some of our cases.
While this is happening, I'm going to hang back just up in the crow's nest and use my goggles other feature, trying to spend some time examining their ship so I can have advantage on trying to recreate some of these upgrades.
It's not really the kind of thing you can do from a distance. You'd have to be up up close and personal.
Okay, I will never be able to use this.
You can use it. You just have to be up close. It's like if you were trying to recreate a pocket watch, you couldn't do it from the other side of a room. You have to sort of be looking at it in more detail to be able to do so. You can, however, if you want to sort of see what kind of magical things are going on generally, because that is what your goggles allows. And there's a lot of magic on that thing. Lots of cannons, lots of magical effects, lots of fanciness all over it. This massive engine on the back. Do you reckon Pesto knows much about engines, or just ships and sails?
Depends how many ships have engines.
So it's fairly standard for waterborne ships to have an engine at the back. The larger ones have engines at the back to assist with movements. They still have sails. It's just they're very big and heavy and it allows them to go faster. Ships your size and smaller tend not to because it's not really worth it. They're also very expensive. It's not a surprise to see an engine sticking out the back of this thing. It's sort of down where the rudder would be. There's like a big engine that kind of goes under the ship, looking kind of like a jet engine, half submerged in the water. And so it's not unusual to see them on ships. You may not have interacted particularly. All of the airships have them, obviously, because they literally fly. But they also tend to have hovering engines, which waterborne ships don't have. So to put it into perspective, I don't think it would be out of the question that Pesto knows a little bit about engines. Not necessarily enough to like make one by hand, but in the same way someone might know a little bit about car engines.
Yeah, I've probably seen some.
Then, yeah, you'd be very aware that usually this kind of a ship has two engines at the back. This has one bigger engine at the back, which looks very powerful. Definitely faster than usual. This is a ship that a lot of money has gone into. It's kind of the kind of thing that you'd want to do eventually, kind of. And as they walk across, the evidently, or presumably, the captain, the one in the red coat, the one in the center of that image I sent to you, speaks up and says, well, what do we have here? I can't say I've seen you sailing these seas, well, ever, if not recently. Now, I'd say you're adventurers, but I don't see one of those annoying PAL drones hanging around. Plus, you haven't attacked me yet, so I'm going to make the safe assumption that you're pirates. First, let me introduce myself. I am Captain 4, captain of the Scourge, that fine vessel you see behind me. To my left is Bok. He is my navigator, and this hulking beast of a creature is Huff, who I suggest you do not piss off. I think it's only right, of course, that you introduce yourselves next. To which the captain stands up proudly, walks forwards and goes, well, and just disappears.
Of fucking course he does.
And Captain 4 goes, was that meant to happen?
No, he does that, don't worry. I'm the first mate. My name is Ozymandias.
Good to meet you.
This is my crew.
We are totally not your fucking crew.
The captain kind of comes and goes. He's sort of a free spirit in the loosest sense of the word. This is our chef and our technician. We also have some dogs if you would like to meet them.
Not overly interested.
You do know I'm also the navigator.
Oh yeah, also the navigator.
Like, that is actually my job title. I just cook for you guys because I'm the only one that can.
Well, in fairness, you don't actually cook for me because I don't eat. But, don't worry about it.
Can we stop bickering in front of other people?
Only the four of you on such a ship. Well, I'm impressed. Sailing such a proficient line across the seas.
Oh, like I said, we've got dogs. I'm going to teach them how to fly the cannons.
Yep. We've got tiny hands to help as well. And all my little toys poke out.
Fancy indeed. Well, I've gone with the usual sense of a crew, but, each to their own, one would say. Now, I'm not here to make any kind of aggressive move, don't you worry. I am, however, here to question your motives being in these seas. Now, I'm not going to say that you're doing anything bad, or in fact complain about what you're doing. I'm not asking for money or a tax as some of these pirates might for, as they put in quotes, sailing through their seas. I am merely curious as to who is sailing across at such a pace. I mean, you haven't stopped moving for days.
I just want to get to another landmass. That's all I want to do.
Why would we stop? Yeah, we don't need to stop, so why would we? Do you stop?
Well, some people aim for, sometimes if we need to, maintenance or aiming for small islands. You've just been going in a straight line. direct. I mean, I appreciate the efficiency, as of course would my navigator Bok here. He just gives a little nod. But, call it a mere curiosity. No explanation forced out of you. Just curious.
I'm just trying to get home.
Trouble seems to chase us.
Yeah, we were recently in that arcane storm over yonder.
Ah, yes.
So we were kind of in that before we knew it. So we thought, yeah, we'll go straight through that, and kind of been it so far.
Well, I'm impressed that you survived that.
Personally, I'm keen to put as much distance between myself and a certain ne'er-do-well on the landmass.
Interesting.
I want to get as far as I can before he kills just a bunch of people.
Oh my god, will you shut the fuck up about him?
And I don't want to be responsible.
Who would you be talking about?
All right, there's this fella. Okay, if you ever run into
Oh
him,
my fucking god.
right? He's very good at convincing people that.
What's the name? The name.
His name is Mumps. I don't even know his first name yet. He's just Mr. Mump.
I've heard of a Mumps.
No.
Yeah, they're pirate on the seas, because I've heard of most of the notable pirates around here.
No, he's not even on the seas. He's in a river town, and he's posing as the shopkeeper in a general store. But
because he is a fucking shopkeeper in a general store.
Right.
Then why does weird shit keep happening in this town? Demons get summoned, wizards.
I understand. Say no more. You're an idiot. So.
Thank you. Oh
Thank God, you were the only person who has ever actually discounted this stupid theory of his. Thank you so much.
But why does weird shit keep happening in this town then?
I really fucking like
He's not behind
it. Everybody calm down. Bickering helps nobody. Now, though I may say, this fine, tall, skeleton-y gentleman over here, he's an idiot. Albeit a little harsh, I might say.
No,
the two of you are not doing so much better yourselves with the interrupting and the bickering. Not a good crew setup. Not going to tell you how to do it, especially since your captain appears to disappear every now and again. But that is fine. Everyone is their own crew doing their own thing. Who am I to judge? We all start somewhere. Now, the more important note, now that I have established that you are, I presume, either cargoing something or merely looking for adventure, what I can do for you is I'm not asking for a paid service. I just have an objective in these seas. You see, there was a time that I was, what's a good way to put it, scorned by people very close to me. Therefore, I made it my objective to assist others in enacting revenge. You very kindly put your hand up. Yes.
Is that why you have a bounty?
I have a bounty because some people do not agree with the things I have done. But that aside, I would be willing to assist if I deemed it necessary or indeed worthy of my assistance. Now, this does not mean I am going to go ahead and be a bounty hunter for someone that you wish to take out. No. This is not my objective. My objective, and this crew's objective, is second chances. Assisting you to take out someone that needs it. I would need the information, of course, but assisting you and protecting you, if so needed, when needed. Now, you might be looking at me, I see it in your eyes, thinking this is only a person that's going to be asking for something back. They're going to be asking for a favor, something in return. I will not ask for this. I want to see this world put into a place where everybody is even. Where there's no imbalance, there's no need for revenge, there is no need for the greater and the weaker. There is merely people. The world we live in does not balance as such, and it may never, but whilst I am here and have charge of this ship, I will assist those that might so need it, if I deem it so. If you wish to assist us in the future or offer your services, it is of course a wondrous offer, but it is not a necessity. This is usually the part where someone talks.
Sorry, there was a lot of talking there, and I kind of missed what it was that you were wanting of us in and amongst all of that.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I found out.
It was like a how can I help you? It was like we could scratch each other's back sort of thing.
A very well put sentiment.
Oh, so it was an asking of us rather than a build up to asking us to do so. I understand. I get it.
I'm not asking you to do anything. No, I mean, if there is something that you wish for me to do, you are welcome to ask. Not that that means that I will. And if I find that there are things I think you can do after I've learnt a little of what you are willing to tell me, then maybe so. For now, I merely state my case and the situation we find ourselves in.
I don't think there's anything that we're sort of missing.
Yes, there is. I'd love an opportunity to look at the tech on your ship.
The tech on my ship. Well,
That'd be good. You wouldn't also happen to have any like doodads from outside of like the universe or something?
Oh my god, do you have any herbs I can have?
quite a few questions, and not the ones I was expecting, but I tell you what I can do for you. Rather than vaguely explain some things about my ship, of which I know some, but of course I have engineers and such for exactly that reason. How about a dinner? On us, provided by us, and an opportunity to talk. I do not remember your names entirely, but you, pointing to Pesto, you'd be welcome to look at the ship under the watchful eye of Tyrann, vaguely pointing at the Leonin. They are intimidating, but I promise you they will be fine. When you ask for herbs, I assume you are not talking about some for cooking.
Nope.
I might be able to provide such things. We do tend to try and make profits because there is a ship to run. I am not here to make billions and billions of gold. I am merely here to keep the ship running.
We could trade.
And doodads from outside of the universe, none that I'm willing to give away.
Oh, that's a shame.
Very fair. Oh, I do have a question. You said about tracking people down as well, didn't you?
Not my primary, but I assist with such things. Why don't you ask the question? Nope.
Yeah, dinner.
Why don't we settle ourselves, get ready for dinner, and if you do not wish to, I will retract my gangplank and you are welcome to sail away. We will not follow you. The offer is, of course, there. If you don't mind, we shall stay alongside your ship just for ease, but we shall leave you until you are ready to come up. You have your hand up.
I have one final question.
Yes.
Can I watch the person making it so I know you're not poisoning us?
Poison. I would be offended, but I very much appreciate. Yes, of course, you are more than welcome to watch. We have a couple of cooks within our ranks who are, I'm sure you'd be able to. We don't have a dedicated singular cook. We tend to do more of a rotating crew to give people a break as needed, but you're welcome to be there whilst they do so, yes.
Huh.
It must get quite dizzy.
Oh my fucking...
We shall be leaving.
I hope you won't be offended if I don't eat, because I don't have a stomach. I do have a question though for you to think about before we get to the dinner, if we have dinner.
Yes.
Oh, it's what is the best question for us to ask you or ask of you? So then you can tell us what you're asking for, and then we get the most out of your services.
I'm afraid I can't tell you what is the best question for you to ask me. I merely suggest that you think of what you need and ask of me to see if it is possible.
Or what about then? What would, if you were in our position, what would you ask of you, or what is it that you want? You know.
I don't think we necessarily know each other well enough for me to give that straight away. But dinner is a lubricant for the voice.
I don't have vocal cords. I don't need lubricant.
You talk a lot, though.
I like your metaphor. It was a good metaphor.
These two do.
And in terms of you not being able to eat, is there something you would wish us to prepare in place of food?
I have heard.
Do you want to chew on some rocks?
No, I've heard that there's a really special meal that you can get from blowfish. I would just quite like to pluck a blowfish though, and then you can use the rest of it for the special fancy meal. But that is quite poisonous, so maybe that's not the right thing.
To define by pluck a blowfish, you mean pull the spines off a blowfish?
Yeah, but already dead, kind of like plucking a chicken. It's just I've plucked a chicken and I've not plucked a blowfish.
I appreciate, of course. Not a common thing for us to have in stores, but if we do have one, I will give it my best effort.
If you don't have that, then while everyone else is eating, I would enjoy like a little map or like labyrinth on a piece of paper with some like colored crayons.
That I'm sure we can do.
Great. You two, I don't believe you have any allergies that we need to make them aware of, but feel free to correct me.
I'm only allergic to you.
I'm definitely allergic to avocado.
Right.
Avocado.
Okay. No avocados. No food on the bone for Niffy. No dragon meat. No dog meat.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. The captain's not here, but he's
He
passing
turned
for a
up.
nice Shabley. I'm pretty sure he said Shabley once.
Sadly?
You
mean Shandy? Or Sherry?
No, he said Shabley.
I don't think he did. Because that's not a thing.
Well, he likes a Shabley. He definitely said, I like a Shabley.
I don't know if Rowan knows if Chablis a thing or not.
I don't.
Is this a British
It
thing?
doesn't sound like a thing.
It's a type of wine.
Oh, well.
It's like, is this pesto or Rowan?
I need to stop imagining things don't exist, because 9 times out of 10 it's just going to be a distinctly British thing.
If it sounds silly, it's probably British.
What else? When do we need to give you our answer by if we're coming over?
Dinner will be prepared in 3 hours. If you are here, wonderful. If you have left, then I will have got my answer.
All right. Would you like us to just yell, or is there like a frequency that we should hail you on or something?
It'll be fairly easy to just signal my crew from your ship. We are alongside each other.
Literally just right there. I could just hover across as well, so.
Do that, or
Why don't we just say we're going?
have you got someone in like semaphore?
What?
You don't have anyone who knows semaphore? It's like how you signal with flags.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God. You know what, Captain? Can I just say we're gonna come?
Yeah, we probably will be there. It's just not guaranteed, but we'll probably be there.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
I tell you what, I shall leave the gangplank in place. If you wish to remove it, you are welcome to ask. It is just simpler for now.
Right?
Why does everything always have to be fucking complicated with you guys?
Don't include me in this.
Okay, yeah. Why does everything have to be so fucking complicated with Aussie?
Oh, well, nice to meet you. I'm still a bit confused about what you want, but I think that's all right. You seem nice so far. I just assume you'll ask us for something later.
For now, I shall wish you adieu to your bickering. And turns around and leaves the other two, leaving behind. You can see Huff, the massive one, has just been like staring at you all this whole time. Bok, the turtle, seems to be one of those people that kind of just takes in everything. Like everything's going in, but not much is being said. And they just wander across, leave the gangplank in place, as they said.
Niffy will most definitely wave at them in a really nice way as they leave it.
Just wave excitedly. The captain does a little, like, I was supposed to say 2-finger salute. That sounds like a double fingers up. No, like as in literally a little, sort of off the forehead kind of 2-finger salute. Bok, the turtle, gives just a little, like, unmoved hand wave, and Huff doesn't react. You get like a kind of noise as he leaves.
I like them.
We should like gather just so we can see the deck, but not be on the deck, so they can't like read our lips and stuff. Well, for those of us that have lips, obviously my jaw just kind of moves up and down a little bit.
What does it matter? Why can't they read? What?
Well, just in case we say something that we don't want them to know,
Like what?
like secret plans and stuff.
We can't even agree on non-secret plans.
Well, exactly. So wouldn't they be surprised? We'd have the elements of surprise if we suddenly became super coordinated.
I miss the captain.
Well, that's kind of my thing. Like, if the captain was here, what do you think he'd tell us to do?
He would go for the meal.
I think he would be able to talk to people more directly and not have them become very suspicious at us when we keep talking about people that don't mean anything.
You hear a cluttering noise from below deck as Tia charges onto the deck going, "Everybody to battle stations, there is another ship."
I would have tried to stop him going past.
He just goes along, you put out your armor, and just clotheslines himself and falls over. "I have been attacked."
No going on the deck while there's other people there, Tia.
Vaguely tries to get themselves up.
PR, just stay down there.
Stay below decks, because you're quite possibly the most valuable thing on the ship, so we don't want people to be like stealing
You
you and
think I'm
stuff.
valuable?
Yes, there's quite the high potential that you're exceptionally valuable because you're quite an advanced piece of machinery.
I am stuck.
That's fine. You stay there.
Use your arms. I literally added a feature where you can twist your arms backwards to help you get up if this happens again. Just
like the stairs, his arms, they like move outwards and then back inwards and then downwards and then
No.
upwards.
Behind, just twist them behind you and push.
They start going upwards, twisting around, and it's just this. Oh my god! Writes himself.
Oh my fucking.
I am not stuck.
I'd stay below decks for now.
You do not tell me what to do.
Tiara, do you mind staying below deck now, please?
Looks at Pesto.
Please stay down here. We're already in a.
Okay. Falls down the stairs.
There's no more stairs. What stairs did you fall down?
He was doing that bit where he like goes behind a crate and lowers himself down the imaginary stairs and fell over.
And still fell. Yeah.
And that's why I had to add the get up feature.
Get up to get down.
How are we feeling about dinner, gang? What do we think?
I'm starving.
Hungry for knowledge.
Sorry, I was saying it out of character, but I can say it in character if you guys reply in character.
Oh, we should have known that was far too direct of a question. Yes.
It didn't have an accent on it, if you think about it.
Oh.
Okay, so you both want to go to dinner, is what I, Joe, am picking up.
Yes.
Yes, that's what Purdy's putting down.
Okay. Do we have any thoughts on things? Do we want to get up to any mischief?
No,
Or are we just going and then he's going to tell us what he wants at some point?
going to get him first.
They literally have 10 times the people that we have
Yeah.
and probably like 80 times the firepower. I don't think there's a mischief we can get up to.
Hey,
I'm not saying this just because I don't like doing fights. I really don't want to fight these guys. I think we'd fuck up.
listen, we could do the mischief and then just the game would be over pretty shortly after that.
You know what?
It is
I'm
always not.
enjoying
You
this
can
Maybe-
TPK yourself if you really want to.
Maybe that's a mercy that we should afford to ourselves here.
The suicide button is there. Because it's like,
okay.
I'm done with these characters and just shoot a cannon at this shit.
Literally every single time all of us are in the same scene, we don't talk about anything. We just bicker.
Yeah, that's how this team is.
Right, so no mischief, going to dinner. I'm assuming that whatever he ends up asking us, we will just sort of have to agree to after if he shuts down our first no, assuming that we say no, and then later on we can just like renege on it and not do whatever it is.
Sure.
That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, but he might want us to do stuff that we don't want to do.
Why don't we just be honest with him?
Well, because of all the killing that you mentioned.
Yeah. Niffy would definitely be on the honest thing.
So, is there anything that you guys are preparing in the hours before? Or...
Niffy will head over when she can, because she wanted to watch them cook it.
Sure. So you head over fairly quickly. I reckon you probably coordinate to slow down the ships, because obviously no one's going to be helming them necessarily at this point. And eventually, yes, Niffy, you would have headed over. What is your exact plan? So you'd go onto their ship and immediately realize this is a very nicely made and very fancy ship. It has 3 gigantic masts, bigger than your ones, of course. A very large deck, much flatter than you might expect for such a thing. Lots of people who just sort of pay you no particular mind. Now you can see a bit more that they've literally all of them, as far as you can tell, have some minor amount of modification to their body, whether it be literally as simple as like a metal plate on their head to replace hands, fingers, eyeballs, things like that. The main crew that you've seen don't pay you much mind either. They seem to keep an eye on you as you come on, but don't like specifically approach you or anything.
I don't come on too strong.
And then, yes, you're guided by just one of the crew
to their kitchen. Their kitchen is bigger than yours. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've like established that your kitchen's like basically you stand still and everything's within arm's reach. This is like a nice big kitchen, island in the middle, you know, a kit all around the outside. And there's about 3 or 4 people all working away on some big meal. You can tell it involves meat and potatoes, maybe some kind of stew.
Niffy instantly hates the kitchen.
Fair enough. And are you going to be trying to like analyze things like really close in detail, or just keep an eye generally?
She'll probably analyze.
Sure. So you're going to try and assist, as it were, but also get involved and do your thing.
Yeah.
So give me an investigation.
Investigation. 23.
A 23. First thing you can tell very simply, these guys are not professional cooks. They're not bad. They're more like good home cooks. Like you'll get some hearty and solid meals, definitely like keeping you going kind of stuff. You are a better cook than them. Basically, you know, you just would do some more fancy things when you have the ability to, but you have no doubts in their abilities. Secondly, all the ingredients are fine. Perhaps you might have a difference in opinion in terms of what herbs and spices, as it were, go in, but there doesn't appear to be anything awry or particularly worrying. It's just good food.
Cool.
And a lot of it as well, because there's a big crew.
Yeah.
That would take up, of course, those 3 hours. Are the other 2 of you staying on your ship or going over to do anything before meals?
No, I wanted to go over too.
Yeah. So you'd head over at the same time. You're aiming to look around at some more mechanic kind of things, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Then you wander over, and one of the crew takes you over to Tyrion, who is Leonin. As you get over, quite tall, about the same size as the captain, about 6'5", massive lion head, sort of like standard lion coloring, slightly darker mane than you might expect. And you can see that he's got leather armor on with this left arm exposed, and this fancy control panel-y type thing on his wrist. I'm not sure what it is, but he like taps on it. It seems to be connected to the ship in some way or another. And as you saw from the image, both legs from below the kneecaps are replaced with these, you can see them on there, the best description of the real world. It's like sports
Yeah.
prosthetics. These sort of very fancy curved prosthetics. That seems to be the only in quotes modification. And as you walk over, they just look down at you.
I'll be on my hoverboard so I can be a little closer to eye height.
Go up a little bit, and he's like, apparently you wanted to see the ship.
Yeah, I just want to see the tech.
Anything in particular?
Well, I kind of make everything myself, so any bits of information I can gather to improve things is helpful.
All right. Where to start? Well, first thing you notice at the back, we took off those crystal radiance engines. We stuck on that one big fucking dual pulse refractor engine. Just gives it a bit more oomph. We used to go for about 100 dragon power. We've got about 150 dragon power now. That's the biggest mod to the ship itself. Obviously, put some reinforcements around the hull. If you look down the edge, just looks over the edge, you can see, and starts pointing out, we've actually got a triple layered hull. So we've got our usual standard wood on the inside, then a solid metal layer coming around the inside, very thin, but it's good protection, and then a secondary layer on the outside just gives it that extra protection in case any cannons come in. Stops us from sinking a bit more, if you know what I mean. Standard hull, I imagine quite similar to yours, possibly a bit more. We've got 2 people can man at the same time to get this thing moving. Can be done by one, but not advised. Attached up to everything. Because of the size of the ship, we do need people on the rigging as well. So if you look around, you can see there's various points, and it's just pointing at like tiny little, very much as we've mentioned on like Star Trek ships, tiny little computers and things all around the place that are obviously attached to the rigging for doing separate bits and pieces. Worst case scenario, you can go up and do it yourself, but not usual. That's the most of it. You can have a look if you want. The engines we can have a look at down below deck.
Yeah.
You can see at least the control side of things. If you want to look at the weapons, that's not me you want to be talking to. You want to be talking to Huff.
All right.
Or at least do your best to attempt at talking to Huff.
Yeah, I'd love to get a look at the engine.
I'd like to get a look at her.
Yeah, well, come on then. It just walks off.
Am I able to do the analysis thing on the engine, or is it like I need to look at the innards of things to get information?
So you follow him down, going through like past a load of people. There's a bit of a maze to get down. You go through like an actual hatch down into it opens up a hatch. There's like a circular staircase that goes down, and you squidge in between these like, submarine, very thin passageways with pipes and everything everywhere. And eventually you get to the back, and you can see you're looking at like the top, the engine that's stuck into the back of the ship, and it's just fucking massive. It's like bigger than you think it looks from the outside, because obviously everything's proportioned. It's fucking massive. There's computers and screens and that kind of stuff, or magical equivalents, all over, pipes and hatches and things. From a mechanical standpoint, you can do some analysis. This is so big, you wouldn't be able to just like, oh, now I can make this myself. But you'd have a very decent idea of how this works, and if you were to be put into a position where you had a crew, or at least the people and the equipment, because obviously large equipment needed, you could be on the much more proficient side of remaking something like this. The difficulty, of course, is getting all the parts to make something like this. It would mean, if you did have one on your own ship, you'd be more in tune with how it works, how to make it work, how to connect it to everything. So if you did just go, oh, we'll pay a bunch of money, just smack it into the back of the ship, you wouldn't then have to have someone come on the ship with you to be an engineer. You'd be able to take that role easily yourself.
Okay.
So he lifts up a few hatches and panels. I don't know how interested Pester would it be, like an excited child with a new toy, or is it more curiosity?
I think I just focus in with stuff like that.
Yeah, so he's just going around explaining. Obviously he knows his stuff. Like, he has this big gruff frame and evidently probably quite a proficient fighter, but he's pointing out all the right things, seems to know what he's talking about, going through how different bits work, what's, different fuel lines and how things are connected up to the top, how everything's powered, goes through the, operation, or at least from like how it's operated and maintained from down here, complains about a few things as you'd expect, and spends like an hour, like a decent hour going over everything. There's a few other people around, obviously just doing engineering type jobs, but yeah, just goes through in quite a large amount of detail, which assists with your, assisted by your goggles. Is there any questions you wanted to ask during that time, or is it just letting it all flow into your brain?
No, I think Pesto's quite used to working on tech stuff, especially alone. So it's just like looking and absorbing all of everything that he's saying, and not saying too much unless he's really unsure about something.
Yeah, fair enough. And you get a pretty decent, like I said, it's not like you could just go along to a scrapyard and build this. Well, I mean, you probably could build something like this. It would take a very, very long time on your own. It's a massive engine. It would take, just like with the ship, that took you a long time to build. You'd be sat in port for months trying to put it all together and getting all the pieces and stuff. But you're pretty sure on how this works to a fairly minute amount of detail, or like the tiny bits of detail that you'd need. Whether that'll be helpful anytime soon, who knows? But you're welcome to put down a little bit of proficiency with a dual pulse refractor Erosine engine.
Why so many words? Pulse refractorine?
No, dual pulse refractor. So those are all normal words. Then Erosine, not you, but Pester would know, Erosine is a type of fuel.
Sure.
Eracine, Erosine.
Not spelling it right.
Engine. So the dual pulse, you'd see like there's literally two big units down the side. That is like, it's kind of like you vaguely are aware that a real world engine has cylinders. It's kind of like that. There's two big things that power everything. And then one big output that's kind of like a magical jet engine. Like, you were able to talk in there. You imagined you'd need earmuffs and things if you were standing in here whilst it's running, and also it'd be very dangerous. But yeah, so that's you spend a bunch of time there. Ozzy,
Right, 3 hours till dinner, 3 hours dog training.
sure,
the dogs on the deck, so that they start barking if anyone who isn't on our crew comes over to the ship while we're not there.
Sure, give me an animal handling.
I will also ask TR to hide in the below decks, to keep a watchful eye out and hide himself in case anyone who is not on the crew comes out to the ship.
You can ask.
And attempt to warn us if that is the case.
Give me an animal handling for the dogs, not for TR.
I would specifically like him to hide near the suspicious box, but not to actually go near the suspicious box. 14.
I mean, you've got to the point that you can kind of get them to sit on the deck, and you're relatively confident that you'll be aware if someone comes over the ship. Whether they'll be barking in defense or just like making a bunch of noise, you don't know, but they'll sit there.
That's fine.
So you leave them sitting there. You spend the time trying to train them walking up and down the ship fairly confidently. Get to the end of the time. And at the end of those 3 hours, you'd all be kind of matching up at the same time. Niffy, you'd note that the majority of this food, massive bowls of stew or like pots of stew are put out, and a lot of the crew just like comes, takes a bowl, and walks away. There's no like massive long table for 30 people type thing. They all just sort of do their own thing. But as you all sort of collect together, the captain and the ones that are in the picture, the notable 6 of the crew, the captain walks over and says, "Right, well, I hear you've had at least 2 of you a little bit of a look around. Wonderful news. Hope you've found what you were looking for. If you follow me, we'll have a proper sit-down meal, eh?"
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. And it leads you down. You go into a little section at the back, which is quite a nice room. You can tell that it's probably also a map room. This big table, but it's been set up for a dining room. And, there's a big pot has been put to the side, kind of like a serve yourself. And as he walks in, he says, we don't really have like people serving us. It feels a little odd to do so. So feel free, just get yourself a bowl, sit down. There's bread over there as well. And have as much as you need. Ozzy, we didn't have any puzzles, so I had Bock make one for you. So there's a rather complex labyrinth on the placement for you.
Oh, well, you know what? That's a bit of extra effort. That's nice hospitality.
No, of course.
It's 4-dimensional.
It's arcane for no. It is the equivalent of one of those kids' mats, which is obviously what you're implying, but it's like a super complex labyrinth. Like, it's really in depth.
Oh, I see what you've done here.
And it looks hand drawn.
I understand. Right. Okay. Could I also get a pair of scissors?
Or
will you be threatened if I take out my knife?
Why would you need?
Because he's done a thing where I'm going to need to like go around on the back of it and put things. Doesn't matter.
No, I think it's just an A to B.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not as complicated, but that's okay. I still appreciate the effort that's gone into it.
And he wanders off. They all get some food. You see Huff gets like a bigger bowl than everyone else and just like scoops this massive amount of food into it.
I get a cup and put the soup in there.
A little cup of soup. And you go sit down. And they all sit down, and the captain says, I'll introduce, just so we're a bit more aware. You already know I'm Captain 4. You're welcome to just call me 4. To my left here, this Githyanki lady, this is Merrick. She is my quartermaster. You see over there, you've met Bock, our navigator. That over there is Experiment 47. Not rude to call him Experiment 47. It is the preferred term. That's our bosun. You've met Huff as well, our bombardier. And you, Pesto, you've met Tirana, mechanic, who is also our medic.
Mm.
Yes.
I'm Pesto.
Yes.
I'm the ship tech, and I make some weapons, but I prefer the tech.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm Niffy, the navigator, and cook.
You seem surprised. You seem curious about whether you're the cook or not.
Oh, I just didn't realise it was a title. It was just something I took on, and apparently it's my job title now.
We all wear many hats.
In a small crew, it's good to have specified roles.
I'm Ozzy. I'm the first mate, bosun, and ship's doctor.
Huh? Very well. Yes, your captain appears to have disappeared. I'm not going to pry too much, but I'm just checking he's okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Oh, sure.
Well, I said he was a free spirit earlier. I wasn't being like joking or anything.
Yeah, that's literal.
Interesting. Well, all the best to him, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now, I got the feeling you had questions. You're welcome to ask any of us questions. We're all mostly open books. Now, we do, of course, reserve the right to not tell you information, but I can tell you we won't be lying with the things that we do tell you.
Sure. I just had one question. Are any of you aware of a ship called the Crooked Cadaver?
The Crooked Cadaver, yes, it is not something I'm unaware of.
They have something that's dear to my mom that I want back.
I see. Okay. Oh, that's the end. Oh, right, sorry. I assumed there was more. There doesn't have to be.
Oh, it was more so just. Do you know where they are, or would you be willing to help us find them?
I don't know where they are. Well, I can tell you that your captain that you're looking for is Captain Zulith, I think. Not the most notable of people, not a particularly large ship, probably not too dissimilar to your own. Arcus Strix, if I am correct. I think you're over there with a Temple Crewfarer, or at least a modification of one. I've noticed it's quite crafty work. Well, last I've had reported, they were up in the north by Guinea Faro. I think usually preferring the hotter weather. Now, I'm not going to confirm that specifically for you, but I think you'd have more luck if you were over in the more the warmer climates and asking some questions.
All right. I appreciate it.
Of course. Might I ask, by the way, what is that fine ship of yours called?
That's the Tainted Treant.
Tainted Treant.
All handcrafted.
Well, that must have taken a decent while.
Yes.
Well, it's very impressive. And
Thank you.
not many can say they've made their ship themselves. This I would love to say I made myself, but no, mostly purchased and then modified by my very fine crew.
Oh, it's a very nice ship. Very fancy. And a very diligent crew from what I've seen.
So I've had the luck of a rather more privileged background. Not one that I'm necessarily proud to call my own, but it was helpful to get things moving.
Can't help where you came from either way, right?
Trust me, I know that.
Well, cheers to that. Oh, there's ale and such as well, if you wish. Any other questions for any of us, any of the crew about the ship, for the ship? I'm happy to just enjoy a meal and discuss generally, but if you wish business, we can discuss business.
I feel like there's questions that you're expecting us to ask that we're not. That's kind of why I was asking you, what do you think that we should ask you?
I'm not expecting questions, just usually there are more. I appreciate it is an oddity to have an offer of help with nothing in return, so most ask for something. If you do not wish to ask for anything, that is okay. I am not expecting you to do so, nor trying to pressure you to do so, but it is not what I am used to, but I am happy to just talk.
Yeah, well, we're not used to people just offering help with nothing, asking in return, so,
I appreciate that.
maybe we should do this again and we'll be a bit more used to the idea and we'll have a bit more to ask.
Well, I mean, we're welcome to try and happen across each other again. If you do think of things you need, of course.
You don't want to swap, like, Talkstone numbers or something?
Perhaps not personally, but you will be able to be in contact with the ship.
Does your ship talk?
Sure, yep, fine.
No, we have communication devices on the ship.
Oh, like a landline. A sea line.
No, a sea lion stays in the water.
Well, it's more just a talkstone that sits on the helm.
Oh.
How do you keep track of other areas?
It's a mixture. We have a network of people who, they don't work for us, but work with us. And just knowing the seas helps that we're faster than most.
That is true.
I do have another question we can ask.
Mm-hmm.
If you were trying to bypass official channels in Kugaram, let's say, where do you think the best place would be to go?
Of course, hypothetically.
Of course.
Hypothetically, indeed.
Hypothetically, of course.
Well, I presume from your current trajectory you're not heading directly for Kugaram. It seems you were heading more in the Ekte direction.
Yeah, we were gonna visit Greece.
Yes, I would imagine a stop-off. Supplies, most likely. Well, there's not a lot of issues with going through the Pale Elven Sea and the Keris Gulf. You might see other ships. They might be watching you, but there's no illegality to sailing those seas. As opposed to what most believe, the Keris Gulf is not actually owned by Kugaram in any way. It is open sea until you get within, 100 miles of the borders of the coasts. So you're free to sail happily. Now, most of the small towns Whether or not they check in on you to see what you have will depend on the town. The Emperor, it seems they like to believe they're in control of everything, but their control is waning. They have a lot of laws, whether people follow them or not depends on the town. Coastal towns tend to be ready for import. I would imagine you'll find them mostly boring. Perhaps a few charges because, you're foreigners to the land. Your issue would be going into any of the main cities. Hypothetically, which would you be trying to enter?
Losig is where
Losig.
we're headed.
Well, it's rare you get through Losig without being checked for cargo if you are transporting such things. Now, they will be fairly thorough with the ship. They have some level of magical detection, nothing that a little bit of lead wouldn't be able to stop. They will want to board the ship and check manually a few sniffing creatures to see if there's anything out of order. So I wouldn't advise going through the main port unless you have a spare couple thousand gold at hand. Your absolute best chance to find nobody would be to sail to the Kavir and travel through the desert, go across the rather more arid northern lands of Torhen, come down to Losig, but that's a difficult journey, especially with larger cargo. If you're forced to stick to roads, I would advise coming into the south of the Kavir and traveling through. If you maybe a little bit of trading, you'll be able to get the locals of the Kavir. They're like a goblin-type creatures. They'll probably help you out. Mostly happy to trade, lovely people. Very different to the dwarves that live in the land, but the dwarves don't go into the Kavir. It's far too warm and far too dangerous. You'll want to be with some kind of heat protective gear. You could do that in a carriage if you hire them. There's all sorts at the borders.
What about the ferry from number 24? No, I don't know what the fuck that is.
From insert town name, just point.
Yeah, from insert town name to insert town name.
The ferry across, they're not officially going to carry your cargo, but again, a little bit of gold in the hand might lose some opinions. I'd reckon a couple hundred. You might get some rather more free. You do okay. You'd be skipping the Kavir. You'd have more eyes on you if that's a problem, but then you'd be able to connect, get into the town in Torhen and travel fairly easily over to Losig. I would suggest you don't take the main road into Losig at any point and try to get into one of the more wild areas. There's no city wall blocking you. You can kind of just pop in from anywhere. You might end up in someone's garden, but again, maybe a couple gold, they won't care. Any of the official routes, there's a chance you'll be stopped, and that's always awkward, a little bit of money needed. And I would expect that whilst you're in Losig, you won't be treated badly, but you will be seeing some higher prices than the locals, to say it clearly. Depending on where you're trying to drop off the cargo, you may want to remove it relatively quickly. The longer you stay there, the more people will be looking.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate the thoughts and the input.
Yes, well, I mean, I take all of that with a pinch of salt, as they say.
Of course. Yeah, things change rapidly, right?
It's been a while since I've been over there. Your safest route of all of these is just throwing money at the problem, but I appreciate that's not good for business, as it were.
Yeah. Gotta maximize profits, right?
Well, exactly. I would suggest if you put your ship near any of the towns, you retract the cannons, make it obvious you're not a threat. Obviously ships have weaponry, that's perfectly fine, but as long as you don't look like a threat, it should be fine. They can be a little tetchy.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
All right. Yeah, anybody else got anything for him?
Well, I'm struggling a little bit with this puzzle, but that seems, it wouldn't be as satisfying if I got help with it.
Would you like distance? No, I don't want help. That's fine.
Do you want advantage on solving it?
No, I want to do it myself. Prove to myself that I can. Sometimes I feel a little bit inadequate because I don't have a brain. People keep pointing it out.
I'll peek over and look at it.
People keep calling me an idiot.
You're like, yeah. Oh, I already solved it. You got this.
I'll get it, I know I can ask for help if I need it. If I want it.
You just lean over, take the pencil out, flip it round so he's putting the lead on the paper. No,
I was like tapping it against my skull to make me look more intelligent. I need it that way so that I don't.
Yeah, go to put it behind your ear, drop it.
Oh man.
Rested on the brow ridge. That's kind of there. Just
Put it in the eye socket.
Honestly, there's some habits you just sort of never leave behind, unfortunately.
Now, I am so very curious about your situation. Now, do not feel pressured to answer. But is there any, what happened?
what are you?
Most I've seen that are undead don't have quite as much autonomy as yourself.
Well, I mean, I could say the same for you. You know, lots of Warforged are not their own people, right?
Depending on the opinion. Sorry, I paused because, well, you see, technically I am not Warforged. I appreciate why you'd think so.
Oh, well, in that case, I've no idea. No, me, I mean, it's, simple story. Pretty classic,
Yeah.
Well, it's just, is it that interesting?
Mhm.
Or just...
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would love to know.
I'd love to hear more details about it as well.
Wait. But, I mean, I've already told you two about it, but if you think it's interesting, then, I guess I could.
Have you really though?
Yeah, I've told you stuff. It's,
Like a day and a half ago, we were attacked by his old crew's watchdog. If that gives you a little peek into it.
Oh, yes.
No, I wasn't expecting to see her. No, that wasn't comfortable. But it wasn't,
It's an old sea myth.
Who was the old crew?
I can't remember what her name is.
I was on Captain Fatima Garner's crew.
I see. Well,
Yeah,
not many to escape with their lives. Well, I guess the lack thereof.
Yeah, and almost we didn't because of it.
No, well, I thought about lying, but then I thought you'd probably know I was lying, because it's not something I often sort of bring up to people outside the crew. But it's a pretty classic story, young fisher boy, like fisherman, I suppose I was in his early 20s, goes out with his father, big storm, capsizing, your father drowns in front of you. You get rescued and offered to join a crew, and then you say, "Oh yeah, I'll do that because you're going to save my life," and then they fucking, they kill you and make you into an undead. It's the kind of thing that happens to everyone at some point.
Sure.
Hasn't happened to me.
That's why I said at some point.
Yes, I can't say it's happened to me. I have a different background, but I can appreciate the uniqueness of your situation.
Don't tell anyone that I'm around if that's all right. I'd appreciate that.
I'm happy to keep the secret. I do my best to avoid the undead crew of the seas, as some would call it.
Yeah, well, if you see this large sort of skeleton creature emerging from under the water, just keep going because they'll try and get you.
Trust me, I am more than aware of the situation. Hard to make me undead, but I'm sure they'd try.
Have you ever seen him?
Oh yeah, seen them loads. Saw them every day.
Not you, Ozzy. What?
I've seen them from a distance, mostly moving in the other direction. I have a couple of crew that have been up close, and I've lost a couple of crew that have been closer. As much as I named this ship the Scourge, I think that name is put to shame by that ship.
I mean, the Scourge is a good pirate name, though, in Spysphere.
That's the point. Mostly for the adventurers and cargo vessels.
If you really want to inspire fear, though, killing new members of your crew and ripping their hearts out and eating it in front of them is really the way to go. I've got to give it to the old captain. That really did leave an impression.
Oddly enough, as much as I don't do that, it seems me and he have a similarity in second chances. I just give more of an option.
I suppose I had an option, but it would have been to be a bit more permanently dead and drowned.
Fair.
But I was in a bit of a pickle.
I thought you were on a boat.
And then your organs were, as it were.
His boat is called the Pickle.
Oh. Well, see, that's why I have never heard of him. That's not a very fear-inspiring name.
That's just a little undead humor.
Oh, is it actually called the Bone?
I'm full of funny bones.
Funny. Oh, do you know, speaking of undead, you have indeed brought something to my attention that I definitely should have brought earlier. I apologize, it did not. Kugaram, especially the northern section, not particularly happy with the undead. Now, it is not technically illegal to be undead in Kugaram. It is, however, rather difficult. You'll find that a lot of people who wish to get in, they'll find alternative transport, not go through the main entrances, hide away, or just not go there at all if they can help it. But yes, I would be careful and potentially have a better disguise than...
What? He doesn't pass for a living person?
Not in the slightest.
I've got my helmet and my wig and my fake beard.
Yes.
You know, I've been traveling with him for a few months now. I kind of just got used to it.
Same.
Yes. Your eyes don't point in the same direction at any point.
Oh, they're actually new. We got those for him.
Yeah, these are better than my last ones.
Yeah, these actually do stuff.
Oh no, I don't actually wear those ones. I just sort of have those. The ones I have at the moment are just a matching set of glass eyes.
I would just be careful with letting it be known or showing that visage.
Oh man, but I don't have any fake noses in.
I mean, I can make one.
I suppose.
It's just probably going to be made of wood and not that convincing.
I've got some better wigs in my cabin.
A nose made of wood, I think would work. You know, some people do end up with their noses chopped off.
Just slide it right in there.
Like lips and stuff made of wood might not be as convincing.
I think you'd do better to have a full helmet. Cover it all. Best case, I would say put some kind of insignia on it. Doesn't have to be a real one. Claim that you're some sort of guard protecting, you know. Kugaram is very much a fan of people of importance. If you can forge some documents and make it seem as though one of you is far more important than, well, to be fair, I'm making an assumption, but a very important person or individual, and you need your guard alongside, then there would be as many questions.
Are you?
I don't know. Are any of us important, Niffy?
What are you even looking at me for? What part of me makes you think I'm important?
Oh my god, are you the long lost cougar-owning and princess? Is that why you don't say
yeah, totally.
This shit again?
There's assassins after you, like Mr. Mumps?
I'm 100% a fucking princess. Can you not tell?
I have to ask, and I appreciate this Mr. Mumps thing. I can't quite, I admit, understand what's happening here. It seems you're very serious about thinking there's something called Mr. Mumps that is a problem. And not anyone I've heard of.
He's literally just a shopkeeper.
Well, no, that's what makes him so dangerous. You just want everyone else fooled. You'll know if you meet him, if you sniff around. What town did we meet?
I fear you may have just mistaken a normal person for an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
He has.
Yes.
What town was it? Where were we? It's the one I'm not allowed in.
I don't want to remind you. I want to give you as much distance from this town as possible.
I'm curious which town.
Right, where's a map? Point it out on a map. Give me a map and I'll point it out to you. I just don't remember what it's called.
It was Ithrin.
It was Ithrin.
It's just a nice little fishing town.
Oh, Ithrin! Oh, they're a lovely community. There's no one wrong there.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, maybe they were, but now demons keep being summoned. Wizards' towers keep popping out of nowhere. The wizards inside keep turning into beholders. It's like it keeps happening, and
You say it
it's
keeps
all.
happening. That's happened once.
Each of those things happened once, which means the weird things happened multiple times.
We'll have to check in on them. It seems a worry.
Yeah, a guild member, I can't remember what guild, the Black Kraken or whatever it was, I think.
Right? Yep, that was it.
No, that was the guild that summoned the demon so that they could charge the town to come and remove the demon.
On someone's one.
And then they were attacked by the guards of the town were attacked by a mad mage.
A very classic Adventurers Guild shenanigans, for want of a better word. and I must admit I've grown rather less fond of them in the past, well, many years.
You were ever fond of them?
It's such a good concept, and, well, if you read into the Adventurers Guild, their history is rooted in good intentions. The
Shame they ain't got any.
Well, the war that was happening, Kugran, Ekte, all of that, the Adventurers Guild are the one that helped make the treaty. They have a lot of good past, but the last few hundred years they've moved further and further towards, well, money.
So fucking corrupt.
Yes, corrupt. Too many adventures is the problem. I mean, it needs a reset, really. Too many adventures.
Couldn't agree more.
Taking too many people with no questions about their intentions or anything.
No. Problem is everybody needs money.
Yeah. If only we could be a little more like Aethrin.
I do like Aethrin.
Yeah.
Or harboring a horrible creature of eternal eldritch darkness.
You know, his whole hatred here comes from the name that mumps is like a disease that exists, and he's like, well, that obviously means that he's evil.
I mean, mumps is a pretty standard name for the Florian couple.
And yet,
Hiding in plain sight will get you a lot further than, trying to be sneaky and getting caught.
Though I do agree with that, I do not believe that is what's happening here. That being said, I haven't been there in a while.
If go there, look into all of the demon summoning, and who gets mumps the most? It's kids. Who was affected by the demon? It was kids. Hey, I think there's a link there.
You're aware that mumps, the condition, is named by its discoverer, Mumps, many
Right.
years ago.
And the person who invented the mumps being called mumps.
No, they
I
didn't
think
invent
that
mumps.
is not a
There was
coincidence.
no invention. They discovered, or should I say, they named the found condition that already existed pre-name.
do any of your crew know Modify Memory? Maybe we could just remove the name Mumps from his head.
Can we just remove Ozzy from mine?
A strict, not allowed modify memories around here.
No, that's fair.
It's far too manipulative.
Yeah, just figured just this once.
I've had far too many traumatic incidents in my past to allow such behavior.
I am sorry to hear that.
Same.
Well, nothing for you to be sorry about.
The stew is great, though.
Yes, well, well made indeed. Help yourself to as much as you want.
Tiny stomach, so one bowl will do.
Fair enough, and I hope it meets your cook's standards.
I'm really enjoying the impression that you did it.
What is it that you're getting out of all this then for?
What am I getting out of this?
Yeah, if you're not really asking us for stuff, I get that it's nice to be nice, but surely there's got to be something that you're getting out of it, the more than what you said earlier.
A better world,
Community.
and the knowledge that revenge is being enacted on those that deserve it. You must understand, I do not just help revenge for anybody. It is only if I believe it is well needed. So the governments of these worlds most likely won't help you. If you're ever an Ekte, you're more likely to get a good due process, but a lot of the world is far too corrupt. Revenge is needed by a extra hand. Someone willing to go past those laws.
Hell yeah.
So your moral code and stuff being your own sort of set of laws.
Yes, I do not harm those that do not deserve it. And, in terms of making money, tend to take it from those that don't deserve it.
Right.
Are you one of those that we can call upon when we need you?
I will not make a promise, but I will say I shall help if I can. Unfortunately, only one ship in a very large ocean.
Would it be fair to say that you're sort of setting yourself up maybe as a bit of a pirate king?
Oh, gosh, no.
A benevolent coordinator, maybe.
Not even that. I am more than happy to just do my thing, as it were. Do our thing across the oceans. And one day that may get me killed, or I might manage to survive, well, in this body who knows how long. But when my joints are rusted, I will be satisfied.
You're the president pirate. You're the pirate supreme.
What?
You're the pirate minister.
I don't think he was listening.
Well, no, it just seemed, just like it's all very noble, but like nobles are like a hierarchical thing.
We're pirates, not nobles.
You seem to be struggling with the idea of helping with nothing in return.
I mean,
That's because we didn't do anything like that.
it's something I didn't do for a very long time, for my own sort of survival and the kind of workplace culture of where I was 100 years or so.
Perhaps you should give it a go.
I mean, I do it more now. Like I'm making sure that these like fleshy people are staying alive. Like I had to confirm earlier to Niffy that she had bones, that sort of thing. I shouldn't make fun
Pretty
of
sure
it.
I know I have
Niffy, leave it.
She's got a
Niffy, leave it.
crush on
Like, I am not fucking stupid.
Niffy, leave it, please. Don't humor him.
But I'm getting better at it. I think, right, Pesto?
A little bit.
I saved you from that chef the first time round. After you came back to life, there was
Yeah. Well.
left to do, but I saved you from him.
Well.
Chef.
Kind of. Benny 5. He's got like some weird, fucked up devil pact going on. He sucks.
Benny 5.
What was his actual name? Elven guy from Moonhaven. Big upcoming chef.
Enrichito.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't know him very well.
Yeah. Well, he's got a demon pact.
I don't like Moonhaven that much. Lots of rich people.
Yeah, it's not good there.
Yes.
About as corrupt as the fucking guild.
I do have somewhat of a personal vendetta against the Montgomery Cartwrights as well.
Oh?
The family has scorned me.
In what way? If you care.
In a much more personal way than I will be sharing today.
Fair enough.
But, as we know each other more, I might be more willing to explain. Besides, I'm not sure you want, what do they tend to say? I'm not sure you want that kind of smoke.
I mean, I love good smoke.
How old is this guy, Alex?
You have absolutely no idea. Full metal body.
But he's had like a reputation for a while.
Somewhat, yes. At least a few years. You'd say maybe within the last year there's been like a lot of upbringing.
He's piss drinker.
Yeah, this is piss drinker, isn't it?
It's just piss drinker.
Is this piss drinker, Alex?
I've rumbled you. You can admit it. You can admit that this is the piss drinker.
I could admit it, but that doesn't make it true.
I swear to fucking God, if this is Franklin.
Can we go to the third person view, enter free count? I'd like to go over to his cup and what's in it.
Is it piss?
Ale.
Is it?
Is it piss?
So, a yellowy hue,
piss.
you say?
It's just foamy piss.
No, it's just like, it's apple juice. I promise. I promise it's just apple juice.
He actually wouldn't be eating anything.
Oh, well.
Because he doesn't have a mouth because he blew up. This is piss drinker.
I love you guys and this 1 + 1 = potato logic that you always have going on.
Listen, we always look for connections.
Which is fair.
Do you hate the whole Montgomery Cartwright family, or...?
Are you asking? I feel like you're now coming in with meta questions.
I am.
Tut tut.
I
What do you
look
say?
at him and say, Franklin?
A
I
gasp.
don't really know all that much about them. I just know that they're rich. What's their deal?
Very rich, want to take control of everything. As far as I'm concerned, currently aiming for ownership of the entire Eastern continent.
Interesting.
And it's like it's a big family, like it's a whole like dynasty thing.
Depends what you mean by a big family. There's 4 of them.
Oh, 4?
Mm.
4's not that big.
No.
That's easy to take out 4 of them.
Well, if you wish to try and attack the Montgomery Cartwright family directly, I wish you a quick death.
Is it like 2 parents and 2 kids? Or is it like a polycule kind of situation? It's like a group thing of 4 and they're called themselves the family.
Oh, I've been in a polycule before, that's
2
fun.
parents, 2 children, painfully standard.
Oh.
And I'm going to ignore that.
And there's no...
Like 1 boy, 1 girl standard?
Man, woman, children.
Mm.
Anyway, enough of my past.
I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying this.
I know, that's why I'm cutting you off.
You're no fun.
Next time we meet, perhaps I shall tell you more.
Is that a deal?
It's not a promise. For now, enjoy the food. I unfortunately do have business to attend to. Only some of my crew will come with me, but the ship is yours to explore. Please do not get into trouble, and whenever you wish to leave, you are welcome to.
Thanks for your time.
Oh, you wouldn't happen to have like a magic thing that would do disguises on me, would you? Because you said about disguising and stuff.
Not currently, but I imagine when you get to Gree, if you're heading in that direction or any of those big cities, you can pick one up fairly easily.
I may be able to do something about that too, Ozzy.
There you go.
Oh, well, I mean, that'd be good. I'd like that.
I think your easiest option is just a big helmet, but each to their own.
Sure.
I could just make you a big helmet too.
And he stands up, gives like a head nod and says, "Until next time."
Mm.
And then wanders off. And just a couple of them go off. It's the Gith Yankee and the Turtle, leaving the other three, who they're not particularly talkative, although when they leave, Experiment 47 does talk to you and is evidently like not okay. For the podcast, Experiment 47 is almost all robotic except for like everything above the jaw is human. Both the eyes are robotic. Part of over one of the eyes is robotic, and they like twitch every now and again, and they are just like a little bit insane, it seems. The other two stay relatively quiet.
That's also a candidate for piss drinker.
I'm about to say, I kind of get the impression that Huff doesn't talk.
Huff hasn't spoken yet. What did you say, Joe?
I said that's also a candidate for piss drinker. If you want to know more about piss drinker, listen to our C3 campaign. It was not the catalyst for a lot of things happening.
If you want to know a lot of lore, C2 is where gel was first invented.
Mm-hmm.
And I think C2 is a masterpiece.
I fucking love C2.
I did make it, so of course I'm going to say that. C3, I would say, is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I very much enjoyed it. I'm currently listening back to it myself. And C4 is obviously back to masterpiece. Alright, if you're still listening now.
Yeah, the only problem with C4 is us bunch of fucking crazy crew.
These nitwits over here.
We've been in C2 and C3 as well.
Yeah, I think we were less unhinged back then somehow.
No, there is one distinct difference. C4, I aimed to give you more autonomy, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, put us on rails. We can't handle this.
Your ship turns into a minecart and off it goes.
Yeah.
In fairness, it doesn't help that we don't have the captain here who would usually be able to like, let's do this. I'm the captain.
At least you've had a direction. Anyway, yes, some of them leave.
We do have a direction.
In game, I will listen for the dogs barking, and out of game, I will muse on 4 being the piss drinker.
Yes, I like this theory.
Same.
Either piss drinker or like staff that was on that estate that fucking exploded. Just somebody that was there.
Yeah, you can admit that I got it, Alex. It's okay.
You always do this sort of thing where you're like, haha, you can admit I'm right. And it's like...
He never will.
Hmm?
He never will, though, is the thing.
He's looking at one of his other monitors. He's changing the law as we speak.
Alex, unfortunately, has a very good poker face.
I love the idea that I'm not always looking at the monitor that contains the Obsidian application that holds everything on it. See, this is when I'm talking to you. This is when I'm looking at notes. I'm
proud of myself for finding Franklin in C4.
I love this thing where you're just like, I'm so proud of myself for making something up.
I do that all the time, actually. I come up with all kinds of stupid theories.
Not only am I right, but both Purdy and Rowan said that they like the theory, so that makes me feel good.
Well, yeah, that is the more rare thing, isn't it?
There you go. We all agreed on something.
Oh my god, we did. Holy shit, and we're all wrong as well. Isn't that crazy?
Piss Drinker brought us together.
Yeah, sure did.
Brought together by Piss Drinker.
Oh god.
Eventually Experiment 47 leaves and Tyrion leaves, and it's just like you guys and Huff, who's just sitting there in silence.
I mean, we should probably just go.
So what's your favorite cannon?
I'm about to say, when we leave, Niffy will just slip her Talkstone information to her.
No, you're not.
I mean, you can tell him.
She'll just slip it over to him.
No. I mean, do you actually ask him any questions, or are you just like,
Yeah, that was a sincere question. What's your favorite cannon?
Favorite cannon? My cannon.
points at it? It's just leaning against the table.
What's it do aside from blow stuff up?
It fires cannonballs.
All right, fair enough.
I'm not gonna lie. So you usually ask a bit of a higher caliber of question than that.
I was just trying to. There was an awkward silence once everybody else left, so I was like, "What's the first thing?" That's a cool cannon.
No, not the favorite cannon thing. That's a really good question. But what does the cannon do? You know, it's a cannon.
Oh well, I just didn't know if there was like modifications on it where it could shoot like specific kinds
What
of
else is
like.
it good to do? Take pictures.
Maybe.
You know what? Pesto here makes good ammunition that I think you would be interested
I
in.
am okay, thank you.
I mean. Oh, okay. Do you use any magical ammunition?
Do not need it.
All right, I respect it.
You people talk a lot.
It's kind of all we can do.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of sustenance does your captain consume? Is it, you know, watery? Is it oily?
What?
Does it smell funny in the morning?
You know what? Let's just go. And if you'll get up to usher Ozzy out.
Does Ozzy leave?
Is Pesto also making moves to leave?
I'll follow Niffy.
Then yes, if it appears that we are all leaving.
Yeah. You get up to leave, Pesto. You have to like walk past Huff's chair. He also stands as everyone's leaving. He is what is that? He's 7 foot something. I forget exactly the number. 7'10". You are what? 3 foot?
Yeah.
He's over double your size. You're like up to maybe his thighs. He just stands. He is also like 3 times as wide as you. Obviously not exactly that, but like
Probably more than 3 times.
just fucking massive. You can tell that this Goliath was massive even before being a robot, and now is just like ridiculously large. This scar going up the face. I can tell you actually a bit more as you're looking close. So grey skin, got mustache sideburn combination type thing. I forget what that's actually called as an actual.
The mutton chops.
It's what mutton chops are just the
Kind of,
sides,
but it's
where it goes
connected.
into the yeah. He's got this greenish grey upper body, metal, swashbuckling trousers, large leather boots. Got one eye missing, and the other one is a robotic eye. It is not quite clear why. So, like, the left eye is robotic, the right eye is just missing. It's like obviously sealed shut. Unsure as to why that would be a choice, because obviously they could put an eye in there.
Well, he obviously has an anime eye where he does peel it open if he's trying to go like ham mode.
Hammer mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just massive, and just walk past and like the ground kind of like shakes as he's going past you.
Just get on the hoverboard
Crouch
again.
through the door.
Just
Just like picks up this cannon, just one arm, puts it over the shoulder, something you're pretty sure like you couldn't even dream of shifting. And yeah, just
hey,
goes off.
I keep telling you, I've got average strength and above average athletics. Okay,
Yeah, but this guy is like a little bit stronger than you.
just a little bit.
And yeah, wanders off with the rest of you. You go straight back to your ship.
Yeah, probably
I do also slip my info to.
into his cannon.
Well, I mean, you don't really have. You can just like tell him your Talkstone registry number or something.
Well, no, like she would have had it written down on a bit of paper. and
Sure.
given it
You give it to him.
Is that the one thing you prepared before we came over here?
to him. No, she's always got paper and a pen on her, always.
do you hand just like a folded piece of paper?
Yeah.
He takes it from you, just like still holding this cannon. Just one hand kind of just opens it up, sees this number, looks down at you, and then just hands it back.
Fucking
do you take it off him?
brutal.
No, I just walk away.
Just looks down and says,
I have husband.
Oh,
Oh my god! Please keep my number. Then I have. Yes. Keep my number.
just
Not
walks
in
off.
that way.
Just drops it and walks off.
Oh my god! I need more people in my community.
Yeah, and then you're. Oh no, there is one more thing that would happen as you're walking out. Tyrion, the Leonin walks back over. Pistol, you're probably like, here to talk to me. Goes to Niffy and has a bag and says, right, well, I've got this. Now, I need confirmation that this is not an addiction and is purely recreational.
It's an addiction.
It's not an addiction.
Just like brings it a little bit away from you.
She goes into withdrawal within like 24 hours of not having any.
Wait, no, it's medicinal.
give me a deception.
It's not a deception. She used it to medicate herself.
Well, I guess she believes it. He just holds it and he's just like, rules are, can't have it for addiction. If you need to be weaned off, then I can't give this to you.
I don't need to be weaned off.
I'm afraid, unfortunately, I can't take your opinion on that.
Pesto just thinks very, poorly of me all the fucking time.
As her physician, would you take my sort of word for it?
Yeah, certainly.
Oh, great. She's absolutely addicted to whatever that stuff is.
Oh my god, you're just salty that I don't fancy you.
I've told you before it would be a very uncomfortable situation if you did. It's not something that I want. And it's strange that you
Not something
keep...
I want either.
Calm down. Listen. He hands the bag to Ozzy and says, cold turkey is not a good way to go for these things. Little bits. Try maybe one a day, depending on what she's currently doing. Wean it off. Get her off. Give her some sober time.
No, that's not what I want to do. You heard that? I don't want to get her off.
No, I mean off the stuff, because it's dangerous to be going cold turkey. She will struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
But you, as the physician, will be in charge.
Right. And I'm more of like a magic-y thing than a herby medic. What is this used for treating?
Well, it can help with the mind, some psychosis and such. It helps relax, the brain. Unfortunately, it can be relatively addictive, not completely. Some people believe it to be a gateway drug, not really true. It's certainly not as powerful as some of the other things in this world that I do not suggest anyone's on. It can be helpful for a nice relaxing evening, but too much, it starts to play with the mind a bit,
I just need it to sleep, that's all.
There are other options to sleep.
Okay, so one before you go to sleep then.
For now, yeah, for sleeping, could be assistive. I'll leave that to your capable knowledge as a physician, Ozzy.
Alright, and how many portions are in here? So that I know and can keep track?
If you do it correctly, this will make you about a month's supply for one a day.
Alright, great.
What?
Is that a 31-day month or a 28-day month?
Depends how you're rolling. But I would suggest you start maybe the first couple weeks once a day and then start trying to do a little less.
Right, no problem. I can do that.
But see how it goes.
I'll work on a medication. And then Ozzy's words start to fade as he takes off his jaw and puts the baggie inside of his ribcage down his armor.
Oh my fucking god.
Reattaches his jaw so that he becomes a little fucking Pez pill dispenser.
That's so funny.
I mean, I guess that'll work.
All clear on that? Right, I suppose I'll dispense some of these to you at bedtime then, Niffy.
What?
Dispense like a fucking pen dispenser.
Why can't I just be in control of it myself?
Because right now you're doing like 5 a day.
Oh, that's far too much. If you are concerned about it, that's exactly the time that we should be helping you not be on this.
You try living with fucking nightmares and not live off this stuff.
Trust me, I've had my fair share of nightmares.
And I don't give a call.
I am a treat. Thank you very much.
I mean, I actually wasn't on about you guys this time.
I don't think I took the opportunity to tell you this, Pesto.
Mm-hmm.
But given that you were raised by a rock, you are remarkably well adjusted.
Thank you.
And I think that's, a testament to your to the effort that I'm sure you put in when you were telling all the other children about your rock parent and getting bullied and what have you.
Other children?
Well, there you go. That explains a lot, doesn't it? But, you've done really well.
Thanks.
You're only a criminal. You're not a wanted criminal.
Who are we talking to again?
Which member of the crew?
Yeah.
Tyrion, the Leonin.
Any chance you've got any spaces on your ship, like?
I'm not the person to be asking. Look, he comes down to not to your level in a condescending way, more just like on one knee because there is a disparity in height.
Oh my god, he's proposing.
Oh my god! Shut up. And just like genuinely looks very sincere to you, Niffy. It's like, I'm not listening to these two for a second. You said you have nightmares at night. I'm not gonna pry, but trust me, I've had my own past, and it was not a fun one. I don't know if you ever heard of the Order of Clothes, which you can roll a history for if you want to.
I want to roll it.
That wasn't Simon's order, was it? Way back when.
Oh, when so she's rolled
13.
13. You vaguely heard of it. It's something from the Eastern continent. You think it's like a super religious cult style type of thing. Yes, it was Simon's thing.
Nailed it.
He says, if you don't know what that is, they're very controlling, and they're mostly Asimar. So the Leonin amongst them are looked down upon. I escaped that a long time ago, but I had my fair share of nightmares. Trust me, the path you're going down is not the correct one. There are other ways to help yourself. It's a slow and rather painful process, but I promise you will get there.
Right, this is not me hitting on you, but is there any chance, like, I could get your faith?
If you want to talk at some point in the future, if I'm available, which I will try to be, I'm happy to chat.
Thank you. Anyway, thanks for the bag. And then I'll step off.
But before you do so, he says, and don't forget, the crew may not be the family that you wanted to be around, but they're the ones that are there for you. Don't abuse that.
I'm not abusing it. It's just this one is convinced I'm in love with him. I love this one. Oh no, I'll point to her.
I literally have never brought it up first. You keep talking about it. It's making me uncomfortable.
Perhaps it's time to have an actual conversation without snarky comments or aggression. I appreciate defensive is the automatic, and it's much easier, but there isn't a progressive thought process.
Who are we talking to again?
Tyrion the Leonin.
That's it.
It's Tyyen, just to be confusing.
But it's like suddenly I need to remember this NPC.
Oh, she wants to befriend them.
Uh-huh. I think we've befriended the crew already. We've got the ship number. We can call their ship.
I mean, you might be got put on hold.
Well.
Just have a talk. And to you two as well.
Mm-hmm.
Please listen.
Yeah.
PTSD and traumatic pasts are not something to be playing around with. You may have your own, but give her a second.
I mean, if she's got one, then yeah. But like, she's not very open, so she might just be mean.
These things take time, and it is something to try on both sides. I know, Ozzy, perhaps try and control your language a bit. You may not be wrong, but there are better ways of saying things. You look confused at me, but if Ozzy thinks you're being mean, then that's the implication you're giving across. It may not be your intention, but that's how it's coming across.
I've got a quick question.
Yes.
Was mean the bit that you said about watching my language for? Should I have said unpleasant instead? Or was it just bringing it up in the first place?
Bringing it up is okay, but it's situational and kind of language.
Right.
You could say instead that the things that Niffy has said have hurt you.
I hear you, and I feel like this has been productive.
I'm glad.
Thank you for this therapy session.
Niffy, have you heard what Tyrion is telling us?
I have.
And how do you feel about them?
I feel like this is not the right place to go into my field.
Oh, okay. That's good, because I'm only the ship's doctor. I'm not our mental health first aider. We haven't appointed one of those. I think it's probably the captain. He's not here sometimes.
And I know you don't give a shit.
No, I care.
About what?
Oh, just generally about you lot.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Ozzy.
I feel like I tell you that quite a lot.
Well,
I don't really get it back very much, but that's okay.
I'm going to leave you guys to have this conversation between yourselves.
okay. Thanks, Tyrion. Well, Ozzy, see, the way that you tell us that you care is normally in that you try to make sure that our fleshy bodies don't get harmed, which is not really the same as saying you care. So I think that's probably where the confusion comes from.
Oh, I thought I'd said it every time that if you said I didn't care, which is like a lot.
Mm.
Maybe Niffy just feels like you don't care about her.
I can't tell who said that.
Niffy.
Sorry, at what point was I doing therapy for Niffy, and at what point was I doing therapy for Buddy? I got confused.
No, Niffy 100% said that.
I'm assuming, by the way, you've been wandering back over to your own ship, and
Yeah.
they removed the gangplank. And as soon as you do, a couple of the crew, gives a little bit of a salute, and they just a little casual salute, and they set off.
Dom, please stop trying to mount Dick again.
Yeah, the dogs are just on the deck. Dick's
You
on the
spend
deck.
a lot of time training them, but they keep doing that.
I've never owned dogs before.
Mm.
I was a fisherman and then I was a pirate. There wasn't a great deal of time for dogs.
Sea dogs.
Fair.
The closest I ever got was Bruce, and you've seen how he ended up.
So, can I have my stuff now, please?
No.
No. I was entrusted it by a fellow medical professional and given your prescription. 1 a day for 2 weeks, and then we're going to wean you off it slower. What time would you like to have it for your nighttime routine? I don't know if you have any face creams or anything that you do at the same time. I'm given to understand that those are popular among those with skin or exposed skin.
I like to use a nice oil on my fur before I sleep, rather than a lotion. Yeah.
Like
I
a
need
beard
to
oil.
know.
Oh.
Not skin, but it's underneath your fur, so there's no point to you having a cream.
Yeah, it's more important to treat the fur, because then if the fur is well treated, then the skin's well treated.
Do you think I should get a polish? Is there an ivory polish that would work on me? Do you think?
Yeah, probably we could do.
Wait, no, I'm going to need the opposite of that. I'm supposed to not be a skeleton in where we're going.
How about you give me the stuff and I'll turn it into a polish for you?
Right, I hear what you're saying. I feel like you're trying to deceive me, and for your own good, because I care about you, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to give it to you in the doses that my fellow medical professional has prescribed.
Okay, seeing as we are being open with each other and honest, I really appreciated Tyrion's help. However, I don't give a shit about their prescription and would like to just have my stuff.
You see, it's sort of... I don't want to get in the weeds. Sorry, no. I hear what you're saying. And I feel like that's not in your interests, and because it was given to me, it's actually my stuff.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't feel like it's in your interest to not give it to me, because I will not be pleasant.
Hey, Ozzy, just like when you rest for the night, I'm going to have some of my toys watching over you from now on, all right?
Oh, that'd be great. I was just going to lock the door, but that'd
fair.
be good. Yeah. Right.
I mean, it's not like I can kill you.
No, you can't. And do you know what? I hear that you have acknowledged that, but I would feel sad if you tried anyway. So please don't, because that would hurt my feelings.
I hear that. And I have never planned to actually kill you. I do appreciate your presence to a point. Now can I please have my stuff?
No, you can't. So I feel like we're just sort of going in circles, so I'm not going to do the whole,
well, Ozzy, hold on. It is getting a little dark. We just had our dinner. Maybe Niffy just wants to go to bed early.
That's fair. Are you going to bed?
No.
Oh, well, fuck, no, we can't give it to you, sorry.
Let me know when you're going to bed, and I'll cough some up for you.
Look, guys, I'm on a ship with a robot
that you like.
Mm-hmm.
I adore Tia, but Tia's a lot to be around.
Yes.
I am on the ship with Ozzy,
who you like,
who I tolerate,
who cares about all of us, including you, very much.
I feel like he cares about me because he has to, not because he chooses to.
I think he's trying to.
I don't feel any love from him, so...
Oh, why not?
I don't believe in the care so far.
Oh, well, I don't love her.
Oh, no, not like that, but like...
I thought that was what... No.
You do know not everything I
want
do...
to be clear, I have a professional standard I have to maintain as the medical officer, and also the bosun and the first mate.
You do know that I really am not attracted to you. And I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings.
No, I very much hope that is the case.
It was just funny how much you were denying it the other day.
Yeah.
You guys do know I have a partner, right?
No, you don't tell us anything. Why would
You've
we know
never
that?
mentioned it, so how would we?
Oh yeah, I've got a partner.
What's their name?
Like we'll be going to see them soon.
What?
How old are they?
Are they in Losig?
No, they're not in Lothig, but I thought we could just like.
Are they in Gree?
What species are they?
They're a changeling.
Okay. What's their name?
Mikey or Michaeli? Michaeli? Where the fuck
Okay,
did
where are
Michaeli
they?
come from?
Right, hang on. I hear
Mickey.
that you are struggling with the details of your partner that we're only just hearing about now. I feel like you might be grasping for something that you don't need to grasp for. It's okay.
Right.
If we meet Mickey the Changeling
Mikey!
in the next, like 80 days,
Mickey,
then,
right?
you know, that's great. I look forward to meeting them if they exist.
Right.
But I don't want you to feel like you've got to sort of grasp onto something if you feel uncomfortable.
No, I will tell you about them. Their name is Malaya or Mikey.
Uh-huh.
You don't know which?
Depends how they're presenting.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
They have an inn in I can't pronounce this place.
With who?
They have an inn in Gearthorn?
Gearfaroon.
Gearthorn.
Oh God,
Right?
Alex said it. That means that either the lie is part of the backstory or it's not a lie.
I think it's that Purdy asked for a place for the inn to be located, and Alex gave her a name, and she just realized she doesn't know how to pronounce the name that Alex gave her.
No, I picked where it is. I still can't pronounce it though.
So I'm not gonna. I'm honestly not confirming or denying anything. Regardless of any situation, there's only one place that's called anything close to Gear for Girls. So I kind of I can pick that one up pretty quickly. I know my world.
I plan to divert us if the captain is okay with it. They're on the way back because we're not that far away from it. I would love for you to meet Mikey, and yeah, I have a partner
Awesome.
Oh, why have you never mentioned them?
because there's never been a need.
Ew, it's nice to talk about people that you like, isn't it? Maybe we'd be really good friends.
I don't like talking about them because I don't really see them much, and it hurts.
Don't you like text and stuff?
No,
Or call?
no,
Do you want to talk about why you don't see them very much?
because I'm with you guys all the time. When have I had a chance to go see them?
I mean, you could have asked for us to make that trip at, like, literally any time.
I can't guarantee they are going to be there when we get there.
You know that's not what I meant.
Why don't you just call them and ask?
This is getting. Can I have my? I think I need to go to bed.
I did ask the question if you wanted to talk about it. You could have just said no.
I hear that you want to go to bed, and I feel that that's a very good way for us to sort of put a nice capper on the night
Uh-huh.
with the revelation that you are, in fact, happily, you are tolerably married to Michaela Michael.
Right. I am happy. I'm not married. They're called Mikey or Malaya.
How would they feel about Mickey?
How about just M? So we already have a W.
We already used M as an alias.
Oh, did we? Fuck.
Yeah.
You guys can
Alright.
ask them when we meet them what they prefer for you to call them.
All right.
Alright, let's just settle on something totally different for now so that we don't get confused. How do we feel about Tony?
And on that, we shall end of the session. I will say, so Purdy notorious for complaining about how I spell things. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So tell me why you spelt Malaya
Tell me
as
why.
M. You spelt it as MEL ASH-YA.
Because I can't. That's why I'm like I can't remember how I pronounce it because of that ash.
Why did you do
The
that?
ash is it's the A and the E combined.
It looks cool.
But we're not going to see it.
You two are a victim of the just making names that look cool to say.
Yep.
We're all guilty. Well, I don't know if Joe is. Joe, have you done a name like that?
Also, he comes from a city that's called Fingleton, and it's it's
Yeah,
spelt
you were
differently.
there when we invented Singleton with command. What was his name? Commander.
Okay.
I've got it written down
So
somewhere.
and it's a little bit meta, but out of it, it's a city that's called Fingleton by a person. It was something to do with someone called like Commander or Admiral Fingleton, spelt how you'd expect it to be. But because of the location of of where it is,
It's spelled with an apostrophe.
It's spelled with like 2 apostrophes in it because
Jesus Christ.
they just assumed that it's spelled in a really complex way.
Yeah, I think it's Fingal apostrophe turn, isn't it?
Hang on, let me. I can find it specifically for you because
You remember?
I love
D&D players cannot escape this shit. It's not. We can't.
Here it is. So it's spelled FIN''GUL space TON, Fingleton, rather than just Fingleton.
No, disgusting.
No, I don't tend to do names like that very much. If you think back to my previous characters, Ozymandias is a sort of is a name
historical.
They're puns.
Cromwell is a British historical
British
figure.
thing, yeah.
Beckman is the family name of the people who make Black Kraken spice rum.
Is there a connection between the guild and the rum?
I don't know why you're asking me.
You've missed out Gelatinas Cube.
Oh yeah, Gelatinas Cube.
Oh my!
You knew that one, Rowan.
You
did I?
Yeah, because
I must have like forcefully ejected it from my brain.
And then there was the party's whole thing of being pear dessert.
Yeah,
I do remember that. I can never forget that.
He was pear pudding, and all of his family were named after different pears.
Yeah,
I can never remember the name of my little halfling dad guy.
Roger something.
Roger.
Yeah.
I can't remember. What was Mikey? You were going to say why is he called Mikey's?
Oh yeah, because I was doing a lot of this typing on my phone, and I couldn't keep doing the ad. So I created a because I always wanted them to have 2 like
personas.
And I was like, I can't give them another like fancy name, so I just gave them a simple name that I could type out on my phone.
Anyway, we end up the session. I think a very progressive session.
We learned how to speak by the end of the session. That's amazing.
I very much enjoy Tyrion looking like a big grueling beast and just being like kind of just nice guy.
Oh my god, I love Tyrion.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Magic, Myths and Mayhem. Thank you to Dark Fantasy Studio and Nicolas Judy and Ovani for the use of their music in this episode. And a big thanks to you for listening. If you want to hear more behind the scenes content, alongside extra art and lore, please consider joining our Patreon by searching Magic, Myths and Mayhem on patreon.com, or watch our extra content and games on twitch.com. For now, thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you next time. I'll see you then.
You should put up a sign on your room's door just called name it the Bone Zone.
Don't want Cam to think I'm soliciting him while he's not very well.
Would it lighten the blow if you called it the Bony Zony?
No, because I would spell it the same way.
The Bone Zone. Put an accent on.
The Bonazane.
The Bonazone.
Yeah.
The Boony Zuni.
The Boonies Zoonies.